will he be embarrassed to acknowledge me as his dad? I think the most important thing we can do is let them know that they're safe, that they're valued and cared for and loved, and that they're important.
I knew I wanted to be adopted by him because of how he taught me to be the person who I am today. And it's coming from a dad that didn't expect to become a dad, and I feel very proud to be his son.
That was what he needed, and he was what I needed. Every day is full of new opportunities. That's what it's been about, realizing the simple things that it takes to make such a huge difference in these kids' lives.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care at adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
You're listening to the new 1017 The Truth, founded in partnership with American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. 1017 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Psst, we bought that action.
The place for the realest conversations.
I appreciate United Garden Homes for stopping through with a check for $2,000.
Yes.
Some people came through anonymously.
Yes.
Dropped off money. The family has received those funds. And whatever you can do, if everybody do a little, nobody has to do a lot.
The movement continues.
Did you ever think that you would be in this position right now where your daughter would have some way lose her life?
I didn't want to believe it. All the times I called, sometimes the phone would ring and ring and ring for days. I didn't want to know that she had successfully committed suicide.
What are some of the conditions in the jail that got people upset, like the living conditions on a day-to-day basis?
We'll come out our cell at 11 o'clock in the morning. We'll get food and we'll get medication. So that shortens the time. Out of those 2 hours, we'll probably get an hour out, and then we'll have to lock back down. And by lock back down, I mean we stay in our cell. We get fed in our cell. We don't come out our cell at all, and that's pretty much the biggest problem. Like, they simply say that they're short-staffed, but that's not enough because they knew that they were going to be short-staffed. Like, this has been a problem for over 2 years now.
The marathon continues.
There's never been a better time to make change in the city of Milwaukee, starting with the youth. And we talked about the housing. Willie Hines, y'all boy Willie Hines, the Dr. Umar Johnson.
Peace and Pan-Africanism, good brother Black Power to all my brothers and sisters in Milwaukee, Kenosha, Green Bay, Racine, and across the state of Wisconsin.
Yo, peace, King. I'm going to stand with you and walk with you, brother.
God bless you.
Because I think it's an important thing, what you're doing, and you need to have the support of the community. Regardless if we live in these areas or not, it all affects us in one way or shape or form.
It's time for that action and all the smoke. This is the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association award-winning Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and streaming live on YouTube.
Yam, pam, jam.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, wow.
Man, best show in the world, bro. You got the best show in the world. Hope you know that, man.
God bless you, brother. I appreciate that.
Speak up to you both. Thank you so much. Tory, you spoke to my kids. Liz, you did too. But you spoke to my kids, and when I tell you both that they was talking about what we did earlier that morning all day, that's literally what they was doing. They was talking about it all day. My son was just hollering, awesome. Where's Tory? Like,
tell Tony, all aboard. It's okay to jump on the love train.
I'm not jumping on the love train.
We might got a couple seats left.
Listen, he ain't going to be, Jordan Love will not be the starter in 5 years.
Trash. That's a trash.
That's just my take.
Now you're trying to string it out.
I know that ain't who I think it is.
Well, I'll need some apologies from the staff of 101.7.
Oh, wow. Wait a minute. I think the line's messing up. Hey, Eddie. Oh, I guess something happened with Eddie.
Hush up, boy.
And they have an agenda. And the agenda is a satanic one. I don't know why people don't talk about it. You can't talk.
Oh, Yo, they just empty.
I want to make sure that I let you know that to hear a person and have a person like you in this community, the way that you are selfless, the way that you give, even when your cup is not even full, you are filling other people's cups. And that just inspires me to make sure that I help you the best way that I can by doing my part.
As always, my good brother, stay cool, stay calm, stay focused.
Now, live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is the king of talk radio, Tory Lowe.
Justice, Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready. 101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show, live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue, and I'm here for the action.
And but that action.
And I want all the smoke.
Who wants the smoke today?
Salute to all my brothers and sisters on the front lines. The marathon continues.
The movement continues.
How you doing, DJ Brother Z?
It's hump day.
And how y'all doing out there in Radio Land? Truth Nation. Thank you for joining me this June 11th, 2025. We got another powerful show for you today. So I'm gonna need y'all to open up your ears, okay? Hey, look, salute to everybody in the chat joining the show. Sincere, Ronnie Real, Jeff, Kawanda, and Jeff. Jeff, once again, saying hello to everybody out there in Truth Nation. Salute to T. Smith. Joining me in the studio
What up?
is Marquette Hall of Famer Tony Smith.
How you doing?
How you doing, T. Smith?
Good today, man.
Hey.
It's a little bit warm today.
Well, big announcement. I got to make a big announcement. I got a big announcement to make. It's official. In the city of Milwaukee, July 5th is Tory Lowe Day.
Okay.
In the city of Milwaukee. So, salute to everybody that have ever helped, prayed, shared a post, chimed in, added to the show. Tory Lowe Day, July 5th. We're going to have some events coming up. I'm going to be promoting some events.
On my calendar real quick.
July 5th is going to be going down. I'm going to be making an announcement where we can gather on the 5th. It's going to be a great time.
Tory Lowe Day.
And there's something that we're working on. So in the next couple days, maybe next week, we'll have the official agenda. So if you want to join Truth Nation, it's going to be a huge celebration. Once again, July 5th is officially Tory Lowe Day in the city of Milwaukee and in Milwaukee County as well.
What you got planned?
Well, I gotta, we getting it together because I ain't good at planning anything. I've been working so hard for the last almost 16 years that I forgot how to get out and have some fun.
Figure out how to plan?
Yeah, I forgot. I planned like events, like for people.
Yeah.
But for me, it's harder to do it for me. Like I could do it for anybody.
You're supposed to have somebody else doing it for you.
Right. So I think that's happening now. So.
Who's taking the lead?
Well, I got some friends now.
DJ Brother Z?
Hold on. I got some friends. DJ Brother Z is definitely one of the people I go to when I need some what's happening in. But at the end of the day, that's a huge thing for me because I didn't know that, that was going to be the case. But it's official. It's official. It's in writing, yeah.
Congratulations.
Well, T. Smith,
I'll be out of town, unfortunately, but
what?
Yeah, I'll be out of town.
See, this is why
4th of July weekend, I'm out.
Bruh.
See, this is why we don't. See,
sorry, man. I was out of town. I didn't know.
It's okay.
You just announced it.
Well, you're going to miss it. You're going to hear about it.
No, missing it.
You about to hear about it. You're going to hear about it because it's going down. Because
see it all over.
I never really celebrated anything I've done. Like it was just a part of the route. You know what I mean? It's like it's like you got to play 100 and some games, and then you look back and okay, this is the record, right? Every night you get up to play, you don't really look at unless it's like y'all undefeated. Then you start scratching your head like, what's going on here? We might got something here. But usually, when you playing and competing, you're just trying to get the outcome, which is I call it the result. But when I was in sports, they just get the win. Winning cures everything.
Win at all costs.
Yeah, that cures everything. So sometimes you don't see it until somebody send you something and say, okay, this is what you did. And you be like, okay, and then you start getting these awards because there's a system and they'll reward you for certain things. So even when we started the radio show, T. Smith, we was just trying to get the resources out here to the community.
Right.
I didn't know I was going to be one of the best shows in the state of Wisconsin. According to the Wisconsin Broadcast Association, this is in writing. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, I didn't even know that even existed.
Right. You're just doing what you do.
You're just doing what you're doing, and like I said, and you can double down on that because when you're competing, sometimes you don't know what you did until you get in the locker room. Somebody be like, "Hey, you did X, Y, and Z."
Yeah, you're immersed in the task, right? You're just doing the task, especially something where it's just like, I'm going about my business. I'm doing this. If somebody thinks it's great or it's starting to gain recognition, I wasn't doing it for that anyway.
Right.
So, that's something for y'all. I'm still just doing this. I'm trying to get this done.
We know you modest.
I mean,
because we the ones trying to make the Shaquille O'Neal dunk T-shirt.
All right.
You ain't even saved the picture. You ain't got the picture of you and Michael Jordan in your house that you had playing defense on Michael Jordan. That's a legend. You guarded Michael Jordan.
I did.
I mean, just that alone. You know how many people?
See, I don't think it's that big of a deal.
That's what I'm saying. So that's how I feel, right? So me telling
that's
you.
That's a big deal, Tony.
Yeah. You guarded Michael Jordan. I mean, I don't know if he cooked you. But
there wasn't no cooking going on.
I don't know. I mean, I know.
I turned the stove off.
But they trusted you to guard Michael Jordan. Out of all the basketball players on the team, they looked down there and saw T. Smith. It was like, get MJ. What did your face?
Rookie.
Hold on, wait a minute. You sitting there. Now at this time, Michael Jordan is a legend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, when I first got in, he hadn't won a championship yet, so he won it my rookie year.
Okay.
That was his first one.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, but he was already hot. He was hot.
Yeah, he was a beast.
He was him and Spike Lee had the commercials out.
Yeah, he was a monster.
Right. So what I'm saying is, you on the bench. Okay, you not on the bench, but you sitting there with the team. Coach, look at you. Tony Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Get up here. I need you to get Michael Jordan. So what you?
Are you out of your damn mind?
What'd you say? I got him.
I got him.
Are you out of your damn mind?
Hey.
I got him. Hey, but here's the thing, though. So I know you're saying it, but y'all, like in 1990.
Damn.
Z, listen. You say your sound effects, bro. You gotta chill out with all that. when I need you, I hit the talk to producer button.
Hey,
I don't trust nobody.
Thank you. That's more like. Listen, in 1990, when I got in the league, my rookie year, Magic was still the man.
Right.
He hadn't passed the mantle yet. If y'all watched any of the Dream Team documentary, you'll see that 92 Dream Team was when he actually conceded. He passed the torch to Michael and said, okay, yeah, like, you're a man now.
He didn't make the mistake as like Isaiah Thomas. He didn't try to fight it.
Well, there was, Isaiah was mad about other stuff.
But what I'm saying is he got kicked out. He didn't make it to the team.
He didn't make it on the Dream
Team. You can't do that.
But,
you can't do that when somebody hot. You got to learn how to pass the ball.
Well, my point is, so you're talking about, the coach saying, hey, go guard Jordan. Well, as soon as I come to L.A., I get drafted. In practice, I'm guarding Magic because I'm the backup point guard.
Okay.
So
you used to guarding greatness. That's what you're saying.
Well, I mean, that's what I came in now. That's the only thing I knew. Like, I come in, you got Magic. I'm like, all right.
Did you ever have to guard Larry Bird?
I probably guarded everybody. Yeah.
Okay,
there was certain situations where I switched on Bird. Bird was his back was hurting back then, so he wasn't really dangerous. He was sitting out half the time. Isaiah was a tough cover. I caught a piece of all
Hold
those
on, wait a
dudes.
minute. If I'm just talking from my perspective on the outside looking in. If I had did these things that you telling me, I'd have a picture at least, or a T-shirt. I have my own T-shirts called Hold 'em.
But that's
called Get 'em.
But that's because you
like something. You need a marketing director. You need
That's
somebody.
because you didn't do it.
You
That's
need.
the difference.
Wait a minute. You need somebody to clip the clip and go around all the famous people you was. I'm talking about get the one where your arms spread it out. You know what I mean? Like you was about to hold them down.
That was my job. I was holding them down. Defensive specialist.
So that's what I'm saying. Defense is an important part of the game.
Very
They don't even
important.
play defense no more.
They try to.
I'm just saying. I would have a T-shirt of all of the, at least in my pool room, I would have like some type of big picture. I would go spend it's $100 now.
Mm-hmm.
You can spend $100 and get these things blew up around your pool table. So when you're in the house, because that's a huge accomplishment.
You can just check it out.
Yeah, you bring your friends
I
over.
want to look at myself.
Yeah, you bring your friends over. You bring everybody to the pool table area, to the man cave, and be like, "Yep," and you tell the different stories and that, of how that happened because I wouldn't know what to do. I mean,
what had happened was,
sometimes when they call you and they say, "Hey, you got to guard Mike," you just said, "Let's get him."
Let's go. I'm in.
And you ain't never talked crazy to Mike.
No, I got mad at him one time. He was grabbing and holding, but I just threw him down.
What?
Yeah, I threw him down. They got mad at me in Chicago because I threw him to the ground. But I told the ref, I said, this dude is grabbing me and getting an offensive rebound, making me look bad. Coach is yelling at me. And I was like, bro, y'all gonna talk to the ref? Like, this dude is grabbing me. Like, y'all gotta do something.
Well, there was rumors that the refs like Mike, and Mike was able to get certain calls.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, you see it today, all the players. But now they do all this flopping and like they got
Because the refs weren't calling nothing.
Correct. Trust me, the refs call them plenty. Look how many free throws. Look who shoots the most free throws in the league. I bet there ain't no bench players on that. I bet there ain't no name. It's top players. All the players that they shoot the most free throws.
All right, when we come back, Truth Nation, we got Marquette Hall of Famer Tony Smith in studio today. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, unfortunately, violence is on the rise in Milwaukee, and this is a problem which impacts us all. Please join me and the Truth team on Saturday, July 12th from 9 a.m. to noon for our third annual Walk Against Violence supported by 1MKE. Enough is enough. Now it's time to bring an end to senseless violence in our community. To join our Walk Against Violence on Saturday, July 12th, visit truthwalkagainstviolence.com to sign up today.
Hey, Truth Nation, it's your girl DT from The Truth Unfiltered with DT and Dr. Ken Harris. Now listen, at a critical time, through the Empowerment Small Business Loan Program, Old National Bank provided the resources I needed to sustain my business. Now the process had its challenges, but I was supported, and it was also an invaluable learning experience for future ventures. I am so grateful for the support that helped my business thrive. Old National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, all loans subject to approval.
Saving energy and money is easier than you think. Here are 2 simple things you can do to reduce your energy use and lower your energy bill. Use thermal curtains to reduce each room's energy loss by up to 25%, and make sure vents aren't blocked by furniture or rugs to improve airflow and comfort. Simple, smart savings. Get more energy saving tips at WeEnergies.com.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that a lot of life's firsts are better with help from American Family Insurance. Like your first home expansion, or your first big lightning strike, There's a first for everything. Get the right home policy at the right price with the right help from American Family's agents. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
It's 1017 The Truth's Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. When it's time to upgrade your windows and doors, wouldn't you like to work with the best? But maybe you're thinking in these volatile times, I don't want to spend a fortune. Well, Pella, the best in the industry, has a product line for every budget. And right now, you can get no interest and no payments for up to 2 years. And if the plan is to wait, guess what? You can get it now and wait to start making payments up to 2 years. Pella truly believes that quality windows and doors don't have to be expensive. With a range of affordable options and products assembled in the U.S., you can get the look you want at a price you can afford. And with Pella's free in-home consultation, no obligation quote, and range of available financing, getting new windows and doors from Pella is easier than you think. Certain restrictions apply. Ends June 30th of 2025. Set your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app at 1017thetruth.com.
You don't need cash on you, dude.
I just been balling out every season. No, it's I left in the bleachers. I just been married to double cup. I gotta pull me a 4 inside another liter. Tie up the bands and then run it up. I gotta put the new bells inside of the freezer. Back at the trap, I was ducking them people. Ducking the birds, sending out the Eagles. All of my diamonds gon' bust out the meter. I'm dripping water, Aquafina. Then that cabin if she think I need her. Hit her one time and then I gotta leave her. I'm a real street. Gotta keep it a rap with my people. Turn the whole squad to bosses. I can't be kicking like I'm Adidas. Pulling up inside the Bentley truck.
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. Marquette Hall of Famer Tony Smith in studio. T. Smith, I gotta talk about this situation that happened between two YouTubers that was beefing down in Vegas.
Crazy.
This was something where I say streaming and likes, doing things for attention, then went too far.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know, a lot of times we see it now. Like something's got to be going on. Like a lot of people, any attention is good attention, right? So, you know, they want to beef about something because what's happening? Both of their streams followings are going up. Their ratings are going up. They're getting more views. They're getting more attention.
They said that
with the beef.
They was only both probably wasn't even making $500 a piece off YouTube. They was early.
Right. Well,
they was early starters.
They're trying to get it. They're trying to get it.
Well,
it just started in 20. It was like a couple years ago.
Well,
it started.
YouTube personality known as Finney the Legend and his wife Tanisha Finley, at 43 years old. His wife was 43 years old. They were unalived by another YouTuber that he was beefing with. Send the YouTube as
Sin City Manny.
Yeah, Manuel Ruiz.
Yep. Manuel Ruiz.
They was beefing. T.
Yeah, but like I'm telling you, it's fake beef. This is the problem. They start talking. They probably weren't making any money. You talking about they're making $500? They're making no money. So they get a beef.
It wasn't
going,
even worth it.
They get a beef going, some conflict going, because that's
and they started reporting each other pages.
Right.
Well, we got video. We got video of this. If y'all listening as we broadcast live on YouTube, let's listen.
All right, we are following breaking news as we speak. Police have arrested a suspect in the deadly Las Vegas Strip shooting just moments ago. They announced the arrest of Manuel Ruiz in connection to the double homicide. This happened Sunday, just before 11 p.m. local time, right there near the Bellagio Hotel's iconic fountain. A live stream actually captures the moment when gunshots ring out and it sent tourists running in terror. We should warn you that some of the images here are disturbing.
Oh, wow.
NBC News correspondent Sam Brock joins us now. Sam, what do we know about this suspect?
So we know there was a manhunt that was going on Morgan for about 11 hours until 5 or 10 minutes ago. We found out from police in the area that Manuel Ruiz, 41 years old, turned himself in, walked into the police station. He has been detained. He now, according to police, faces 2 different charges: open murder with a deadly weapon, 2 of them. What that means is they're not specifying the degree of homicide, 1st degree, 2nd degree manslaughter. It's going to be up to a jury to decide that. But there was a live streamed video of a murder that was perpetuated on Las Vegas Boulevard, the middle of the Strip, as you said, the Bellagio, which is one of these just landmark places in Las Vegas. And you're watching in real time on YouTube as a murder is executed. And you actually got a very good look at his face in that video. I'm not sure if it was in the portion of the clip that we showed, but police clearly were able to identify who they were looking for. They also added, Morgan, that there was a history online with some sort of social media, a feud between him and one of the victims. There were 2 victims in this case, so it's not even clear if the second person was involved or just caught up in the crossfire. But at the end of the day, 2 people were killed in Las Vegas. It's a rare thing. You might think so much hustle and bustle and activity and maybe violence on the Las Vegas Strip. There's not a ton of precedent for people being murdered in cold blood on the Las Vegas Strip. Yes, there's been a horrific mass shooting in Las Vegas in 2017. But as far as like how frequently does this kind of thing happen there? Not frequently at all, much less something that's live streamed to a live audience that now people are probably still.
Smith. This man lost his wife, his family over beefing.
Over nothing.
Over nothing.
They're beefing over nothing.
And I always see people getting high blood pressure off of what people type in the comments.
Right.
Like your boy KD.
KD always gets hot, but KD ain't doing nothing.
I'm talking about, but he
claps back.
He get y'all calling the clap back, but this man actually went out there and clapped back.
Nah, this guy.
I mean, that's what clap back is. Ja Rule talking about he gonna clap back.
Correct.
What I'm saying is, all I'm saying is this stuff is imaginary.
It's all keyboard toughness.
Yeah.
And just, like people talk crazy to me online. I just write something crazy back and go on about my day. You're not ruining my day. You're not making me do nothing crazy. I'm not going to send myself to jail just because you said something about me.
I think people, when they make posts, when they talk about me, they want my attention.
Oh, 100% they do.
They just, I think that they just, because I don't know them. So I don't care. I don't give, my life is dealing with real issues. So when I see that stuff online, it's not real to me.
Correct. I see the same. It's not serious.
These people ain't no telling what I pray for them because maybe they lives they sleeping in a nasty room, texting online in the comments. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Sleeping in the dirty drawers.
Maybe just somewhere in squalor, and they trying to lash out on Tory Lowe. I don't know, but God bless him. But that's about it. And when people take it to this point where he actually live streamed this Manuel Ruiz, he live streamed him looking for them while they was live streaming their vacation trip.
Right. Yeah, he's probably trying to get a fun video, but I don't know why first of all, he tried to say, of course, he's going to put on, I thought he's reached for his waistband, and then, okay, you shot the wife. Why? Oh, you saw something shiny in her hand. No guns were found.
No, he was on the live stream telling subliminal messages.
Right.
How some people was here visiting and they didn't let him know. And like while he was live streaming, he was sending subconscious verbiage of what he was about to do.
Wow.
And this is the day and age where people are live streaming themselves doing harmful things to others, stealing, doing illegal stuff. Like they want the content and the attention so bad that they're incriminating themselves.
Desperate. I don't even understand it. I don't even understand it. Why you gotta do something and get yourself caught? Like, why are you videoing yourself doing something?
I just think that people just so addicted to these platforms they want to get them likes. They got to get their likes up.
Attention?
They don't have a real personality that people would gravitate toward.
Right.
So they got to do stupid stuff.
Right.
Attention. That's how you know they don't got a real personality or real wit to them. They got to do stupid stuff and then create a following. Now people watching to see if you're going to kill yourself or if you're going to kill somebody else.
What is this idiot going to do next?
Yeah. Like They kind of laughing at you.
Oh, not kinda. 100% laughing.
You know
at
what I mean?
They're
So
definitely not laughing with you. They're laughing at you. Like what a clown! Like this dude. I don't know what he's thinking, but
now he ain't even got access to the stream no more.
Right now he's off. He ain't making no videos now.
They said they wouldn't even make him $500.
Yeah, he's trying to move up, but that's
not like
that's
this.
certainly not the way to do it. Yeah, nah.
Well, look, when we come back, we'll have a pop culture report. We got Marquette Hall of Famer Tony Smith in studio.
He's 41. I don't know when he's gonna get out of jail.
Never.
He ain't gonna be streaming then.
Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app and 1017thetruth.com.
Tired of hearing no from other banks? No to a loan? No to a checking account? Just no? At Brewery Credit Union, they find ways to say yes. Yes to second chances. Yes to rebuilding credit. Yes to helping you save, borrow, and thrive. Work with your credit specialist and move your financial life forward. Brewery Credit Union, Milwaukee's best place to borrow and save. Visit brewerycu.com. That is brewerycu.com. Federally insured by NCUA.
Ready for more fun? More friendships? More adventures?
Then it's time to become a Girl Scout. Explore the outdoors, meet forever friends, and make a difference in your community. Sign up for our extended year membership today. Girls can join for $98 and adults for $42. Start in April and enjoy up to 5 extra months of fun. The extended year membership is April 1st, 2025 to September 30th, 2026, followed by a regular membership year. So what are you waiting for? Join us and be a Girl Scout.
It's time for Truth Takes, a thought-provoking commentary on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Here is Carrie Noni with her truth.
You know, sometimes the mundane isn't a burden, it's the beauty of living. I came to this conclusion after recently watching the movie Subservience on Netflix. It's a crazy film, y'all. I would suggest you check it out. But it's a story that explores our relationship with technology and how it's programmed to take our burdens away. This movie really got me thinking about how much we're wired to avoid struggle. We create tools and shortcuts to make life easier, whether it's robots, apps, or even outsourcing everyday tasks. But in the process, we risk forgetting the value of the little things we go through every day. Sure, folding laundry or grocery shopping might feel like chores. I literally dread cleaning up. But isn't there something grounding about them? Something that reminds us we're human. Life isn't just about the highlights or the easy parts. It's about the messy, repetitive, and sometimes inconvenient stuff too. Think about it. Who would you be if you didn't have to face the small frustrations that test your patience, or the routines that push you to show up for yourself or the people around you? The mundane moments, the ones we rush to escape, are often the ones that shape us. If life was nothing but convenience, where's the growth? Where's the grit that teaches us resilience? And most importantly, where's the appreciation for the moments that do take our breath away? So maybe the next time you find yourself annoyed by the daily grind and are on the brink of crashing out, you pause, you breathe, and remind yourself that the beauty of life isn't just in the big moments, but in every little thing that makes them possible.
This has been Truth Takes on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Listen to Jammin' with Juice with Ben Jammin' and Carrie Noni weekdays from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snide. Milwaukee Brewers getting a much-needed bounce-back victory over the Braves in Game 2 over at American Family Field. This one by a final score of 4-1.
Smash to center, backing up Michael Harris Jr. Back onto the track, turning, watching it fly. It's up, it's gone! 2-run home run, Jackson Chorio.
With the win, the Brewers improving to 36-32 on the season. Over to the NFL, where the Green Bay Packers are back in action this week at mandatory minicamp. General Manager Brian Gutekunst on why did it take so long to come to the decision to eventually release Jair Alexander?
Yeah, well, I think we wanted to give it as much time as, again, he's a really good player. I think we wanted to give it as much time as we could. You know, I think as he came in, had really good conversations with him on Sunday, and I just kind of felt this was what was best.
Packers will wrap up minicamp on Thursday. And lastly, Game 3 of the NBA Finals set to tip off tonight in Indiana. The Oklahoma City Thunder and Pacers tied at 1 game apiece. That tip-off is set for 7:30. The Sports Update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How's everybody doing tonight? I'd like to welcome to the stage Tony.
Thank you. Far too kind.
Entertainment, current events, and trending topics. You get it all on the Culture Report with the Marquette Hall of Famer Tony Smith on The Tory Lowe Show. Here is your host, Tory Lowe.
1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. In studio with Marquette Hall of Famer Tony Smith for the Pop Culture Report. Tony Smith, it's a lot going on with your colleagues, with your athletic colleagues.
Always something.
You know, they supposed to have good mentorship.
They are?
Is there any mentor programs for these athletes? Because sometimes when they do stuff out here, I'm wondering, do they got a person inside these buildings? Because they bring in motivational speakers and stuff.
Man, I'm going to tell you right now, they got every resource available.
So if they out here wilding out, they ain't using the resources.
Either. I mean, you got to understand.
Oh, the resources ain't connected.
You got to understand that everybody ain't got common sense. Just because you have athletic ability doesn't mean that you're suddenly going to have common sense. If you was a knucklehead in college, and
you just a rich knucklehead.
You're just a rich knucklehead.
Wow.
Still going to be a knucklehead.
But don't they have
you're going to be a much worse knucklehead because now you got resources.
Right.
That makes you a more dangerous
Now
knucklehead.
you're looking for massages with the happy ending.
Correct, because you can pay for the happy ending.
Right.
Now you're doing all kind of other stuff.
Wow.
Yeah,
with a guaranteed contract.
Not in football. Basketball, yes.
Well, I think the Cleveland Browns quarterback got a guarantee.
They get some money guaranteed.
He got a lot of money guaranteed.
Yeah, they don't get their whole thing guaranteed, but a lot of it.
A lot of his was
superstars. They get a lot of it guaranteed. Yeah.
But Stephen Diggs, the New England Patriots wide receiver, it's a video that went viral of him on the boat.
Mm-hmm.
And he passes, they saying that there's video of him passing somebody the pink substance.
Mm-hmm.
Now, with that being said, the pink substance is being talked about in the Diddy trial.
It is?
Was the pink cocaine. I mean, that's what they said.
That one was.
But, you know, the pink idea of something being pink.
Right.
So a lot of people may be associating a lot of this to the idea that there's some pink cocaine that was made popular by Diddy. What's going on with, Sean Combs?
Right.
They said he had pink cocaine. Well, Stephen Diggs is out on the boat. He hands, or his video, as we broadcast live, I think we got some video of this. I don't know. Did we got the video, DJ Brother Z? All right, we trying to get this video up, but they're trying to say that this was something illegal or maybe some kind of Diddy party type substance.
Why are they filming? Again, with the filming.
I'm just saying, everything got to be filmed.
I get it, but why though? Why are you filming?
They got these phones.
Why are you on a boat filming everything?
Now, I know you've been to a lot of celebrity parties. Not a lot.
I've been to some.
But you were able to go to some.
Yeah, I've been to some.
I ain't trying to say a lot of stuff here. I'm just saying.
Trying to get me in trouble.
I ain't trying to get you in trouble.
Trying to expose me.
No, I ain't trying. No, I'm trying to say. No, what I'm trying to say is you was with the Lakers.
That again.
Hold on, you was with the Lakers.
Accusations.
No, I'm not.
Accusations.
Okay,
son.
well, let me. Okay, you don't have to say it. You don't have to say nothing.
Have to do nothing.
You got a right. You got a right to plead the fifth. But what I'm saying is, these celebrity parties are just like the Love Boat in Minnesota.
The Love Boat.
You know where all of the football players went out there. They was losing.
Or like
they went on this boat and they went and had a lot of
like the party house in Dallas. The Cowboys.
Right. So they have parties because they got the means.
Correct.
At the party, so everything is unlimited. The chicks probably look 9 or better.
Maybe not, but definitely some
you done been to some parties where they weren't
accusations. There ain't that many 9s in the world, so they're not all at the party. It's a bunch
So
of,
what,
bunch
7
of 6s
and up?
and 7s, yeah.
Well, okay, 6s and 7s with makeup or something?
No,
to boost? Because
first of all, 6s and 7s are in that arena are good.
Okay.
Like, I'm not talking about a 6 or 7 here. Like, that's a different 6 or 7.
Okay. Okay, so on the sports level.
Correct. On certain levels.
So the community or the public is coming after him for the fact that he may have done something.
Well, he's going to, listen,
that's questionable.
The NFL is going to be on him. First of all, his team is going to be on him because they know that they got to get ahead of this. Like, they can't be caught behind this investigation into what's going on. So that means Diggs better be 100% honest with the team so they don't get blindsided, because then they're going to get in trouble with the NFL. Like, the Patriots really want to jump on this, hand out whatever discipline they can hand out without having the league have to get involved, because they told the league one story, and then the league finds out that it's something different, which means Diggs lied. So now he's going to get everybody in trouble.
Did we ever get the video, DJ Brother Z? As we broadcast live, we got the video of what is circling this controversy. This is something that when you talk about being in a celebrity space and being around women now, you're going to get scrutinized because the climate right now, a lot of women saying they went to these celebrity parties, got drugged up, and then something bad happened.
Again, you're in those type of parties. There's gonna be a lot of stuff going on.
Right.
A lot of stuff going on.
And this has been going on for a long time.
It's been going on forever, right?
But now they got cell phones.
Now you got a bunch of cell phones and people want to record stuff. And honestly, you probably got some haters in there. You got to be careful of the extra dudes hanging around because they're getting mad because they're not getting the chicks. You go to a party with a bunch of athletes and you're a non-athlete, you're not probably getting the...
You're not first priority.
No, you're not. So if you got some haters in there and they recording video secretly, you got to watch out. You got to be careful. The thing to do would be if you're having a party and you got a bunch of your athlete friends there, cell phones at the door. We ain't no cell phones in here. Sorry. You got to use your phone, take it outside and go. But we're not having no people secretly recording.
Ain't he with Cardi B now?
He's official. They're social media official, Instagram official. But he was on the boat too.
What? Oh, she was there with him.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, they said it appeared to be a bag of pink crystals.
Crystal. That's not cocaine.
Like little things.
Cocaine is powder.
Well, they be adding stuff to it too to make it pink.
I don't know nothing about.
Ain't no telling how it look after they added the pink on there. He goes on to say, obviously, I want to be as candid with you guys as possible. I can have this thing where I don't talk about my personal life with people I don't know personally. Diggs said, following the team's final minicamp practice, I am pretty sure here men and women are great people, but I kind of keep my personal life personal.
Which means he can't say anything.
Right.
They got an investigation going on. He's clearly the main focus of it.
Well, how do we know he's dating Cardi B if he keep his life personal?
Yeah, he ain't keeping it that personal.
Okay.
Because Cardi B wants to make it known. That's why.
Here we go.
You know that.
Here we go. DJ Brother Z, when you see the parties, because he a DJ Brother Z, when you see the parties, do you see things moving around with the pink crystals?
No, I've just seen straight up cocaine.
Oh, wow.
He said just straight up.
Okay. See, this is the
it's not
party.
pink, it's white.
Yeah, this is the party life.
That's what I'm saying. I ain't seen no white crystal cocaine or no pink crystal cocaine.
I remember when I was out in L.A. one time, a long time ago, and I was out there And
were you at a Diddy party?
No, I was just out there with some people that I knew. I was in a rock band, you know. And so the weed, this was back in what? 2002, somewhere out there. I grew up in the hood, so I seen marijuana. You know, my uncles smoked it. You know, people in my neighborhood always, you know, rolled. They had the paper. They didn't have the Blackie Miles in the backwoods and stuff like that. There wasn't no brother in the corner licking it for everybody to pass it around. You know what I mean? No, this was the papers. They had the tops. That's what we
Not familiar.
That was a joint. Well, you know, I saw it. I was a kid.
I know what a joint is, but I don't know what the tops is. What's the tops?
That's what made the joint.
Trading card.
No, the tops was the paper that they used to roll the joint.
That's not a sports card?
It could be, too.
Tops is a sports card.
But, I guess it was a paper, some of the paper that they rolled up. But what I'm saying is, it just looked like, you know, an earthy substance. Like a leaf, like
yeah. Oh, you're talking about the weed.
Yeah, the weed. It just looked like something that came like a plant.
Clippings.
Yeah. I got to L.A. and this was around the time where Snoop Dogg and Dre dropped the Chronic.
90s.
The people I was with, they had this bag of what I thought was weed. Where I seen it, but it was like crystals on there. It was glistening. And they was calling it the Chronic.
Did you smoke it?
No, I never smoked in my life, ever. But what I'm saying is I'm around the culture. So I get to see it, you know what I mean? Yeah. A lot of people tried to get me to...
You saw some crystals.
It was crystallized on the leaves.
So it was still weed, though?
It was weed, but it had some kind of crystallization on it. So I was like, what is that?
Yeah, I'm not familiar enough to...
Right. Well, I'm from the block. I'm from the mud, so I seen everything. But what I'm saying is, I could tell that this wasn't.
Yeah, but you don't know what it is. Still,
hold on, but what I'm saying, I don't know what the crystallization was.
Right, you saw it, but you don't know what it was.
Yeah, I don't know how to whip it up. I don't know what that is. But all I know, that was my first time in L.A. seeing that, and I noted that. Like I said, what's this? But that's when Dr. Dre dropped the Chronic. They said it was the Chronic.
It was the Chronic.
Okay, well, what was on the Chronic? You was out there in L.A.
Wait, I thought you were saying that particular style of weed is the Chronic.
No, what I'm saying is that they said that was the Chronic.
Right, so is that what it is?
I don't know. I didn't smoke. I don't know what it was.
Brother Z, what is that? Somebody look this up. Google the Chronic.
I don't know what it was on there. You know what I mean? So anyway.
They told you it was a Chronic?
But that's what they said, yeah. And I just shook my head, okay.
I'll take your word for it.
I don't know. I'm not here for that. You know, I got to see a lot of things in a rock band.
I thought the Chronic was just another name for weed. I didn't know it was actually a different kind.
Hey.
I'm not schooled in the weed game.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I saw a lot of it, but I never understood what the different names meant. Because I
thought they were just different names. Mary Jane.
I was one of those people that took it to heart, say no to drugs.
Correct.
Yeah, I was one of those hang tough people.
I said no to it all.
Yeah, when the girl was out there saying hang tough, the old commercial when we was kids that don't do drugs, hang tough. It was a beautiful song. I wish we bring the hang tough song back. It was a girl singing that song.
Say no to everything. I said no to everything, except maybe the girls. Didn't say no to them.
Hey, sometimes you can't. But look, when we come back,
sometimes you can.
Yeah, sometimes you have to.
Yes.
When we come back, we'll have more Pop Culture Report with Tony Smith. Stay like they right here on Tory Lowe.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Truth Nation, please join us for the 54th annual Juneteenth celebration in Milwaukee on Thursday, June 19th. The Truth will be broadcasting live from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., so don't miss out on your chance to celebrate with us with our live Juneteenth broadcast presented by Hope Christian Schools and Carroll University. 1017 The Truth celebration of Juneteenth is also brought to you by American Family Insurance, Associated Bank, Gruber Law Offices, Molson Coors, and Educators Credit Union.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that a lot of life's firsts are better with help from American Family Insurance. Like your first home expansion or your first big lightning strike. There's a first for everything. Get the right home policy at the right price with the right help from American Family's agents. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Great impressions will exceed your expectations. Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
At Great Impressions Graphics and Printing, they've been proudly serving the community for over 26 years. From their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee, their dedication to quality and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design. Great Impressions offer a wide range of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, and postcards. Plus, they specialize in custom apparel printing, perfect for family reunions, sports outings, business promotions, and more. For your next project, visit greatimpress.com. That's greatimpress.com. Great Impressions. They're here when you need them.
Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
It's the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
This speech is my recital. I think it's very vital to rock around. That's right. On time. It's tricky. Here we go. It's tricky to rock around. That's right. On time. It's tricky. It's tricky. It's tricky to rock around.
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. Tony Smith in the studio with the Pop Culture Report.
Early.
T. Smith.
What's happening?
What's going on with Chris Webber and somebody claiming, allegedly, that he got his wife pregnant, a former basketball player, I guess. What's going on with this?
Well, I'll tell you what's going on. That rumor's been floating around. I saw it online, a couple places, and this is like, the two dudes we were talking about, those YouTubers on, in Vegas that were shooting, that people are out these days for clickbait. And Chris Webber is clapping back now. He's like, listen, y'all out there, anybody who's got a platform out there, he's like, I dare you to say my name again with this. He said he's got his lawyers in action. Right. He's like, I got my lawyers in action, and we're going to take action if I see you out there trying to defame my name. But the other thing is like
Doug Christie.
Yeah, but Doug, and I played with Doug when he first came in the league. He was a rookie with the Lakers.
Was his wife hot?
Not in my estimation, but that's no here, no there. He wasn't married then at that point.
But what I'm saying is that he's making a big deal out of this. Or this rumor.
Who's making a deal?
The rumor.
Oh, Christie's not.
No, I'm talking about that's whose wife.
Correct. But, she's been on like the Basketball Wives. Like, she's out there in that world where people just be talking. People just be talking.
Well, I'll say this.
But here's the thing: is Weber's like not hearing it. He's not going for it.
Well, he did the right thing by getting his lawyers involved.
Right. He's like, y'all want to try to defame my name on these platforms just so y'all can get some clickbait. He said he's not having it. So he's like daring people.
And he just made that post recently that he would sue. He said his lawyers was working on this. This is a nasty rumor, but people will spread nasty rumors.
People it's like if they ain't got a name, they're gonna use somebody else's name. Like if they were to put a headline up with their name on it, it wouldn't gain any traction. So they use somebody else's name who they know. Oh, I know the name. People going to click on it.
Right,
That's
clickbait.
all they need. Yeah, that's all they need.
You know what my nickname is around here, clickbait. A lot of people just use my name to bring attention to their conversation.
Right.
You know? But it's okay. You know, I say if you using my name, long as it don't make it back to my attorney, we gonna be straight. If it never make it to my attorney, then you know keep doing it. Yeah. But if it ever hit my attorney's desk, then you might have a problem.
Right.
Hey,
you gotta pay.
My attorneys ain't gonna play around with me. But like I said, some of these people ain't got no money. You know, they like that YouTuber in Vegas that was riding around, lost everything over nothing. You know what I mean? Hey.
Yeah, they're trying to get some notoriety, trying to get some fame using your name. That happens a lot.
Hey, this is the world we live in.
100%.
But I'll say this, you know, Chris Webber did the right thing. And it's a way to handle everything. It's always a way to handle everything. And like I said, when you say that you have a child out here by somebody, you know, that is not true, and you trying to do stuff like that, you know, name calling, he sucked at basketball, that's one thing. But when you try to dive into somebody, try to defame somebody personally, that's when the action usually takes place.
Yeah. You know, get do like Weber. Somebody out there lying on you, lying on your name, using your name. Go get them.
Right. I'm a garnish.
Stop all
some
that
of these
nonsense.
folks broke, so you might have to garnish them for the future.
Hey.
Yeah, that's why when you say something personal, like about their personal life, this is where the fame comes in. You know, because when you're a public figure, that's open. Like, you know, you're doing stuff out here. People can have their opinion on that. But when you start diving into people's personal lives and putting things out there that ain't true, like Cardi B got the one YouTuber because she said she had an STD, and she went on that rant, and she got $2 million or so from the Tasha K. I think that was Tasha K. She lost that lawsuit. But like I said, if she had stayed in just the celebrity space, celebrity gossip, that would have never happened.
Right. Hey. Like I said, hey, do at your own risk. Go ahead.
Well, look, I appreciate you for coming on the show as usual. T. Smith for the Pop Culture Report.
Y'all have a good weekend.
And
we'll get at you.
We'll see you Monday.
See you Monday, if I make it. Saturday's my birthday, so I don't know. I don't know if I'll be back.
Wait a minute, hold on.
I don't know if I'll recover by.
You ain't
Monday.
got no invites to no birthday.
I have that. Oh, I'm on the golf course.
Oh wow,
all weekend. What's up? You want some?
Yeah, let me know.
No, you don't.
Hey, I'll pull up. I might hold back the golf course, but I'll pull up. Yeah,
you gonna pull up, tear up the course.
All right. All right. Well, thank you, T. Smith, for that Pop Culture Report. When we come back, Truth Nation, we got guests. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Here at the new 1017 The Truth, we aim to be a staple in Milwaukee's Black community. We are committed to partnering with local organizations and supporting Black-owned businesses. We are proud to call Milwaukee our city and promise to be a positive reflection of our community. We look forward to celebrating Black culture and excellence with you every day as we make history and continue to uplift the voices in our city. Join us for the journey at the new 1017 The Truth, founded by Gruber Law Offices. Milwaukee Black Talk.
Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on June 17th.
Curio sends it deep to left, and there she goes.
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Chicago Cubs.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Delta Dental of Wisconsin. Tune in June 17th at 7:05 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check out your local listings to watch the game.
The more you listen to your kids, the closer you'll be. So we asked kids, what do you want your parents to hear?
I feel sometimes that I'm not listened to. I would just want you to listen to me more often and evaluate situations with me and lead me towards success.
We're not adults, so just be there and listen. I just want someone to yap to. And I just feel like I'll be fine if someone just hears me talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk.
You're doing a really good job. And I don't think I tell you that enough. And I know sometimes we get into it and it's just hard on both of us. But, try to understand me more and I'll try to do the same.
Listening is a form of love. Find resources to help you support your kids and their emotional well-being at sounditouttogether.org. That's sounditouttogether.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Pivotal.
You're listening to the new 1017 The Truth, founded in partnership with Associated Bank. Your money works here. 1017 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee. Locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is your 1017 The Truth News Update.
Hello, everyone. This is Rhea Riley with your news update. A new lawsuit hopes to prohibit billionaire Elon Musk from ever again offering cash payouts to voters in Wisconsin. The suit filed by the Wisconsin Democracy Campaign says that Musk and two groups he funds violated prohibitions on vote, bribery, and unauthorized lotteries. Musk handed out multiple million-dollar checks to voters at rallies in Wisconsin ahead of the April 1st state Supreme Court election. The court previously declined to hear a prior lawsuit filed by Wisconsin Attorney General Josh Kaul, hoping to block Musk from handing out the checks. Now, students will have a seat at the table. Milwaukee Public Schools says it's looking into a 50-year-old policy that would reaffirm for students to have a seat on the school board. MPS School Board President Missy Zombor says the move is aimed at cutting down barriers in participation across the district. If approved, 2 student board members would have a seat at any non-executive MPS school board meeting and be able to input their voice into conversations. Student members would not be able to vote on the board. Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers says if ICE crackdowns expand, Wisconsin's economy will be negatively impacted.
We have tens of thousands of people working in the state of Wisconsin in our farms, milking cows, doing everything possible. And if suddenly those people disappeared, the 25.8% in transportation that we're seeing, billions of dollars, all that will disappear. And I don't know who the hell is going to milk the cows.
An estimated 10,000 undocumented immigrant workers perform roughly 70% of the labor on Wisconsin dairy farms. This has been your news update. The Tory Lowe Show continues on the new 1017 The Truth.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Thank you for joining me for the second hour of the Tory Lowe Show. And we got guests. We got G in the studio from G's Clippers. G.
Yo.
Now,
thanks for having me,
I'm going to tell you, G, you having 30 years of business in the city of Milwaukee. This is what you celebrate.
Yes, sir.
And I'll tell you this. Having a black man with a business in the city of Milwaukee
I know, right?
for 30 years.
Damn.
That's a milestone.
Yes, sir. I mean, especially when you see so many individuals under 30 dying, ain't living to be 30.
Right.
Let alone to have a business. It wasn't until recently that it kind of hit me like, wow, 30 years.
30 years of business.
Yes, long time.
And G's Clippers is like a staple barbershop in Milwaukee. Like, it's not only a barbershop, it's a place where people come to hang out.
No doubt. I mean,
you hold a lot of community events in the barbershop.
Without a doubt.
I think you got the most community events I ever seen held. Like, your barbershop is like a resource center.
That's what it is. I was about to say, man. It should be called G's Clippers Barbershop and Community Center.
I say G's Clippers and Resource Center.
Right.
Because you can actually go in there and pay child support now.
You can pay child support.
They got the child support machine up in there.
Yep, and I got the...
Before you get the haircut, do they have enough money left over to get the haircut.
Well, we gotta get the haircut first. And then, no, I'm just kidding. But I also have G's MKE Wellness Clinic. So it's a full clinic. It's a clinic in the shop as well. So you come in and get your blood pressure checked, your blood glucose level checked. You get information on getting hooked up with a primary care physician, and all of this is free. And then Real Men, Real Talk. We do every third Monday of the month. Myself, Kwabena and Tone Nixon, who is an amazing host for that, along with the Fatherhood Initiative, Milwaukee Fatherhood Initiative. Tasha has done an amazing job, creating partnerships. WCS has really been committed over the years. The city of Milwaukee, man, it's really so much good. Really, man, to be honest with you,
how did you tie the barbershop with, because you got men coming in anyway.
Right.
The barbershop they got movies about the barbershop where it's kind of like a place where men come gather. When I was coming up, the barbershop, you talked to basketball. That's where the hot conversation used to be at the barbershop.
Exactly. It is still there.
It's still there.
It's still there. Basically, what you see in G's Clippers is what I envisioned barbershops were in the early 1900s, where we truly was the heartbeat of the community, where we truly healed the community that took care of us, where politicians can come and speak to their constituents, where we were the doctors, we were so many things positive to help move the community forward. That's what you see in G's Clippers.
Now, when did you make the transition from cutting heads, doing that, to like, you know what? I'm going to open up my space to be a resource, an extra resource, and start bringing in the community partners. When did you start doing that?
Well, the community partners piece, because that's a twofold. First, the first part of that question, what made me decide to branch off into other things more than just haircuts was when I saw, G's Clippers was being called on to host this or host that, and then just having the conversations with men, about the ills that they're facing and such. Just seeing how the conversations have changed over the years. I'm like, we need to really be a part of these individuals' lives. More than just helping them look good, So that was that. But then as far as the community partners piece, it was about 5 years ago, man, when COVID happened. When COVID happened, I didn't have no money coming in, to be honest with you, at least from G's Clippers. So I'm like, okay, how can I, leverage, G's Clippers and get some money? So I looked at all the different companies in the city of Milwaukee that would like to have
access.
Not only access,
because you bring access
and
to
branding as well.
Well, the thing is, access with you having been around the Bucks as well.
Right, exactly. So that was my first. Being
one of the vocal ideas, because you're one of the more vocal barbers. You're one of the more seen barbers in the city too for a long time. You at the parties.
But it's the largest barbershop, too. So, of course, with having a barbershop with a 30-chair barbershop, of course, you're going to get your visibility or your reach is going to definitely be more.
But you talk in the publications as well. Like, you don't see – hold on, wait a minute. You probably got more news articles as a barber than any barber. Okay? Let's be honest. Like, you got magazine ideas. You always visible outside of barbering. Where did that come from?
Again, just because I like to make myself available, for positive initiatives that move our community forward. So with that, comes a lot more visibility, and that's what you see.
Because most people are afraid to talk public speaking.
Yeah.
No,
that was me. I'm gonna be honest with you. When I was in high school,
when did you say, "Okay, I'm finna talk. I'm finna, I'm finna be a voice"?
Right. I was actually I'm a natural introvert. What I decided to do for a living turned me into a forced extrovert, if you will. So I just got kind of comfortable with speaking. I say comfortable, kinda, because sometimes I'm comfortable with it. Sometimes but all in all, I feel like, I truly live my life. To whom much is given, much is required.
Right.
So it's a certain amount I feel like I have to do because of the influence or the stage that I've been put on. So, I just, been doing what I've been doing because I feel like I should be doing it.
Right. At this point, you're taking your turn as far as to contribute, because legacy isn't what you help do for the people.
legacy work I've been focusing more on legacy work than over these past maybe 10 years than I've ever had in my life. I really want my works to live on long after my flesh and bones is gone. That's why I do a lot of the work that I do. That's I want to positively impact as many lives as I can. I have 2 boys too, man. So I want to make sure that Jaden and Trey is taken care of, and life is just a little bit easier for them than it was for me.
Now, this celebration party, 30 years,
yes,
is happening on Saturday, June 21st, from 7 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. This is this the block party.
Actually, it's a threefold. It's a threefold.
Okay.
So the first day of G's 30-year anniversary celebration will be Juneteenth Day. We in the parade.
Okay.
On MLK, and then
I seen this thing that you had with the big poster.
Yes. Yeah.
Is that gonna be at Juneteenth?
That'll be around Juneteenth. Yes, it will. And then I have, and then we have a booth at Juneteenth. We'll be cutting hair for free.
Oh, wow!
All day while Juneteenth is going on, we'll be cutting hair for free. Then on Friday we have a block party. Right outside of G's Clippers, right on Garfield. Just come through. We got live music. We got DJ. We got a short program
Martin Luther King.
right on King Drive and Garfield.
Right.
Stage set up there. It should be a really, really good time, man. So.
But that's where I grew up, 5th and North Avenue. That's my.
All right, well,
I was born and raised over there. I was just over there at the Holocaust Museum.
Yes.
Yes. When I need to reset, I walk through the block.
I love it.
I feel the energy. I walk barefooted down 5th Street. 5th and North Avenue.
Come on home, then. Come on home.
I was just there the other day.
I'm still taking care of it, man, in your absence, man. I'm holding it down for you.
Let me tell you something. I ain't never been absent from 5th and North Avenue. And I was absent. Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. I was absent. Hold on. I'm going to tell you when I was absent. Hold on. Let me tell you. Hold on, G. Let me tell you when I was absent. When I left here for like 11 years, but when I got back in 2010, I stayed on the ground.
It was like you never left.
But no, home is always where the heart is. So you'll never go too far. I didn't even know they called it Bronzeville, tell you the truth. Because by the time I came around, I seen Lena's, Grant's, Bragg's and Pitts was right there. I used to go box up there. I used to, Bragg's used to go, I used to be in the gym with that.
Okay.
So, like I said, that's why I knock people, that's why I don't say nothing. I smile, but I hit you with an uppercut, because I learned from Bragg's and Pitts.
Well,
they had that ring in there.
I come in peace.
I come in peace until
I don't want to smoke.
Hey, I come in peace until you try to,
I get
it extra. I got a right to defend myself. But what I'm saying is, the block has changed.
Right.
The block has changed. A lot of things has changed over there.
Changed. Communities have
everything has changed. Right.
The barbershop. The barbershops is totally different now than it was back when I was growing up, man. Back when I was growing up, you rarely ever saw a woman in the barbershop.
Right.
Nowadays, you see more women bringing their sons to the barbershop than ever before.
The barbershop has always been one of the cornerstones in our community. Is the barbershop and the beauty shop. Now, what I'm seeing with this 30 years, what is the message?
Well, the message.
What's the message? Because the first message I see is brothers can stay in business for a while. That's a long time.
I mean, that's a good question. I mean, because I'm really not really big on celebrating, and I really didn't want to do much, man. But 30 years, man, when I saw how much I was being called upon, to speak on this 30 years, it kind of let me know, like, okay, we really gotta do some type of celebrations. So I just want to, highlight togetherness, highlight community, highlight, giving back. It's just all of that is what G's Clippers is all about. And I just want to celebrate all of the barbers and stylers that have come through G's Clippers, the 17 barbershops, the beauty salons that have come from G's Clippers over the years. Yeah, I have at least 17 barbers and stylists.
You a bishop in the barbershop business. When you get other people
now they're on their own though.
I'm talking about, but when the pastor go start another church, he become the bishop.
Right. But the bishops are still getting paid from those other from the shops.
Yeah, right. It was a little. Yeah, I forgot. I didn't know that when I was coming up. They was getting a little check from that.
Yeah, but that's what it's all about, man. It's my duty, man, to make sure individuals that aspire to open up their own barbershop or beauty salon that work at G's Clippers, that I equip them with the tools to do that. You know, so
how
I have
has
no problem
things
with
changed over the years since you started?
Man, listen, like I said, you know, the biggest thing I've noticed is you have more women bringing their sons to the barbershop than men. I think a lot of men don't really understand, you know, what they're missing out on, you know, not bringing their son to the barbershop. I mean, that's where a child really learns how to walk in the room and shake a man's hand, you know, look him in the face. That's where a child first learned how the love for his sports team. That's where he truly learns how to debate. You know, healthy.
A lot of debates going on.
Yeah, you know, I mean, healthy debates. That's what a man is missing out on when he's not bringing his son to the barbershop.
Now,
himself.
what I have seen is the prices.
The prices have changed.
The prices have changed.
Because the prices have set still for so long. You know, I still would like to think that G's Clippers prices is very, very competitive. Because now you can still come to G's Clippers and get a $20 haircut, $25 haircut.
That's
with
reasonable.
some shops you're not getting no. That's extremely
because
reasonable.
fathers was saying at one point that they had to go for themselves because they couldn't bring their sons because with all of if they had 3 sons that bill would be close to $200.
Yeah, no.
But I think that now people are starting to understand. I mean, in the barbershop world, that you want the fathers and the sons to come together.
That, man. You definitely want
that. That's
I
the
mean,
place where you want to take your son on a Saturday morning,
exactly.
On a Friday, you know, to get ready for the weekend. Yep. That's one of the key cornerstones. Like I said, it's certain things that I've seen that was actually cornerstone ideas in our neighborhoods, and that was the church, the barbershop, and the beauty salon.
Yep. I always say it's
and grandma's house.
And grandma's house. I say, man, it's two businesses in the community that can truly change the trajectory of that community. One being the barbershop, the other being the church. 2 trusted institutions. We have an audience right there in front of us, you know, and we build personal relationships for the most part in both of those institutions. So, yeah, I mean, so I'm excited, man. I'm excited about what's to come next weekend. Like I said, Thursday, I didn't even get to finish, my bad. So Thursdays is Juneteenth Day. Friday is the block party outside of G's Clippers. And then Saturday evening at 7 o'clock p.m. until midnight, we will be celebrating. When I tell you celebrating, we'll be partying.
Wait a bit. I want to talk about this. We got to run the break. When we come back, I see DJ Tony Neal. On the flyer. Hold on. You know, that's my guy.
That's my man.
You know,
since childhood.
Hey,
man.
look, let me tell you something.
We wasn't 10 years old.
This look like a homegrown, you know, people from the soil that's going to be throwing down for this celebration, this 30-year celebration. When we come back, we got G from G's Clipper in the studio. 30-year celebration. We're going to talk about it when we get back. Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, Gruber Law Offices and The Truth have raised the stakes for this year. The One Call That's All Gruber Cash Giveaway is now a $5K giveaway. Yes, you heard it right. $5,000 giveaway. Every weekday on 1017 The Truth, you will have the chance to be entered to win the $5K giveaway. Listen to The Truth for the One Call That's All cue to call for your chance to win $5,000. Gruber Law Offices, One Call That's All. Visit 1017thetruth.com for official contest rules.
Great impressions will exceed your expectations. Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
At Great Impressions Graphics and Printing, they've been proudly serving the community for over 26 years from their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee. Their dedication to quality and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design.
Great impressions.
Great Impressions offer a wide range of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, and postcards. Plus, they specialize in custom apparel printing, perfect for family reunions, sports outings, business promotions, and more. For your next project, visit greatimpress.com. That's greatimpress.com. Great Impressions. They're here when you need them.
Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
Hey everybody, it's Melanie Ricks. You all know I love supporting a local team. That's why I'm excited to tell you about UW Credit Union. They've been serving Wisconsin for over 90 years. And when I was in school, they helped me learn how to plan for my future and make my money grow. Even now, they're still always there for me when I have questions, and they'll be there for you too. So stop by any of their 13 Milwaukee area branches or visit uwcu.org to become a UW Credit Union member today, like me. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hey there, did you hear? There are still spots open for Girl Scout Summer Camp 2025.
Whether you're into water activities, arts and crafts, sports and games, exploring nature, or even horseback riding, there's a camp just for you.
Choose from GSY's day camps, overnight camps, community day camps, or Camp Hero.
Bring a friend and get ready for a summer full of adventure, friendship, and leadership.
Register today and let's make this the best summer ever, Girl Scout style.
Make your home safer. Get rid of unused household chemicals at MMSD Home Hazmat Drop-Off. It's free to visit a collection center. Get all the info you need at MMSD.com. Milwaukee County residents only, no businesses.
Milwaukee has been living the high life since 1904. Miller High Life, the champagne of beers. Miller High Life and Beer Capital Distributing are proud to sponsor the Milwaukee Juneteenth celebration. 2025 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Celebrate responsibly.
You are listening to the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Anytime Brady. Sprite, she a coke head, make the beat slap with no hands. My dog of blood is cold red with two hoes. Gave him both head, my brother, my best friend. On more white than on bare skin. Walked in the strip club, spent more watching than the red skin. In Candyland, I'm the handyman, got the tool on me, a Zool on me. Where would I be without my baby? Ja Rule on me. Don and 42 on me, got more stake than Wagyu, homie. I can swim in my jewels, Rolleon in the pool. Don Corleone on the
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. Joining us in studio is G from G's Clippers. Hey, it's a celebration. 30 years. 30 years.
30 years.
Saturday, June 21st. 30 years.
Yep. Well, my actual 30th anniversary was June 1st. So I had a little, shing-ding at the Link downtown Milwaukee. That was my actual 30th anniversary. But we celebrating, man, next weekend, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Juneteenth Day, we'll be out there giving out free haircuts outside of at Juneteenth. We'll have a float in the parade. Then on Friday, got a block party from 12 p.m. until 4 p.m. right outside of G's Clippers on Garfield and MLK. Live music.
And everybody invited.
DJ, everybody is invited.
You got enough food for everybody or what? Is it free food? Or
It's just some free food, and you can purchase some food.
Because
yes.
You know the brothers when they come.
I know. Trust me.
You know when they come into the celebration, they want to get.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So it's a program aspect to it from 1 o'clock to like 1:30, 2 o'clock. Other than that, we'll be celebrating.
Well,
then on Saturday.
Okay, go ready.
Then on Saturday at 7 p.m. until midnight, we will be at the Marriott downtown on Milwaukee Street. That's the only event that's ticketed. So individuals can go to Eventbrite and just do a search for G's Clippers, and you'll see the 30th anniversary event. I got
you got Tony Neal to come out.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Martin.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, we got a few more things going on that night as well. It's going to be a really good time at the Marriott Ballroom, man. So
it sounds like it.
Tickets is $30, and you can get, like I said, you can get them on Eventbrite, and it is sure to sell out. So individuals, please, if you're planning on coming, go on to Eventbrite, do a search for G's Clippers, and you can purchase your ticket there.
Well, let me ask you a question. What are some of the obstacles that you had to face to stay in business as a black man here in the city of Milwaukee? You mentioned COVID for a second. That you had.
COVID was tough.
COVID was tough.
COVID was really tough. It didn't almost knock me out, but it definitely.
Did you do the PPP loan?
No, I couldn't because that's a payroll. That's a payroll protection program. So I didn't have barbers on payroll, if you will. I had.
They leased the chair.
Yeah. So yeah, I wasn't eligible for that. So no,
Well, I was going to say you ain't in jail, so obviously.
No. Yeah, I can't go out like
Hey.
that. No, I got too much work to
A
do.
lot of people is
Too much work to do. I can't do that.
They saw the doors. Nobody wasn't coming through the doors, and now they facing charges.
All right, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, but
so sad.
How as a black man did you make it through 30 years in this business, in this game?
Doing good work, man. You know, doing right by the people, putting the best possible work out there, making and we having an amazing staff, man. There's no way in the world I can make it to where I made it to a G's Clippers, make it to where we've made it to without all the amazing barbers and stylists, nail technicians, massage therapists that has worked at G's Clippers over the years, man. I had some amazing teammates, man. You know, amazing teammates.
Well, somebody in the chat got a question for you. 7973 says, ask him about his thoughts on dreadlocks.
You know, really, to be honest with you, I mean, I don't look at them as dreadlocks. I mean, we look at them as locks because you know
you just line them up.
This woman who this woman who used to work at G's Clippers, Skya. She was a massage therapist. She was, you know, early in the lock journey, and we was calling them dreadlocks. She said, "Excuse me, there is nothing dreadful about my locks, so they are locks." So at any rate, how I look at locks is definitely deeper than I think a lot of people really realize that do sport locks. But I think it's stylish, man. I think it's just expression of you and your ancestors, and we welcome it. Well, you know, you still got to get a lining, or you know, some guys still get tapers with their locks, but we welcome them. I mean, you know, I think it's a lot of nice styles. The guys is doing with their locks, you know, with the cornrows,
right.
if you will. You know,
there's so many different styles now. They braiding them up.
So I welcome it all, man. You know.
But you just got to line it up.
Right.
Hold on, you don't
got to groom it. You can't be out here bad.
Hold on, you don't be cutting them and then doing the extra, like where they be cutting them and then soaking them in lemon. And, you know, trying to, you know, because sometimes the locks be dirty a little bit. Sometimes, like, I seen a person that deal with locks and they do the detox lemon and all that on the locks and stuff like that.
So I don't do it myself. I have seen that done. You know, but hey, you got to take care of locks just like you take care of any afro or, you know, low wave cut. You know, you got to take care of them.
Hey.
But I have no problem with locks, man. I have no
So what advice, I mean, before we wrap this up, before we get up out of here, what advice would you give to somebody that's trying to maintain the business?
Stay at it. You know, treat everybody with respect. You know, there's no big I's and little U's. Once you realize you don't manage grown folks. I'm not a manager of grown folks at G's Clippers. These are my teammates. I lead them. So you have to instill as much positive energy in you as possible. If you got to read self-help books, motivational books, empower yourself. You got to be the best equipped leader you possibly can in order to lead people. So I would say that, you know, and then of course, you know, be the best at whatever you're doing. You know, get whatever knowledge you can in your field, and just be the best possible owner you can, and lead a team. You know, let the team know you care about them. Let them know you appreciate them, and do the same thing for all your clients and customers that you take care of.
Now we got Kwamanon Nixon in the chat. He says, G Money, a true pillar to the community.
My man.
What would you tell upcoming barbers?
What would I tell upcoming barbers? I would tell upcoming barbers, you know, that it is not by chance that individual is sitting in your chair, that you have a responsibility more so than just make them look good. You know, you got to lend an ear. That's the reason why I always say, barbers, empower yourself, because you have an unbelievable opportunity to instill as much positivity in these people. You could change the world, man, one person at a time. But you have to equip yourself as an individual. It's not too many things that you could think of in your life that you will let a man touch your lip or whatever, touch your face and all that. It ain't many things that But think about it, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's trust, man. That is trust. So that's a great question, Kwa. I appreciate you, man. You know I love you, man. When I tell you, Kwa have made me a better man. When I tell you that's a selfless brother, man, do some amazing work, a lot like yourself in the community, man. You know, I'm so indebted to Kwa. He always there for me, and y'all are here to, y'all definitely going to see Kwa host on Friday at the block party. He's going to host at the event on Saturday.
I'm going to have to get Kwa in here to do some of that poetry.
Yeah, man.
You know, he been doing poetry. Ain't he going on 30 years or something?
Exactly, man. Listen,
probably more than that.
And that poetry just opened the doors for all the other things his brother is doing, man.
Right.
I mean, extremely talented. So if you guys have not been blessed to, experience, some spoken word by Kwa, my God.
When I think of Kwa, I also have to think of Muhead.
Oh, Muhead, man.
Hey, like I said, so
That's
those two
my
brothers,
light-skinned brother, man.
They've been doing a lot of just spoken word.
Yes.
Working with the youth for a long time.
Yes, man. Doing them workshops, man. Going into these schools, man, all across the nation. Just helping at-risk, youth and just pouring into them. That I gotta, make sure that these brothers really make sure they take time to, get full again.
Well, I know all the brothers.
A lot of you.
Look, I know all the brothers that's trying to do anything in Milwaukee. We didn't talk. We didn't had conversations. We didn't cross paths because Milwaukee is really only a few people in certain spaces that if they are there, you're going to see them.
Right.
So over the years, I done seen the brothers out there trying to, impose their will on these young kids to do the right thing.
Yeah. All right.
That's powerful.
And that's what it takes, man. Those that know better need to do better. We have to, because we have so many absentee individuals, parents or whatever. So, those that know better need to do more, and I thought you can't be given. I don't believe that any boy, a lost boy, is in my presence, by chance. So it's a responsibility I feel for myself to spread as much good energy.
Courtney Kelly in the chat, she says there's a free males clinic at G's.
Yeah.
Get your vitals checked, fellas.
Yes,
I always talk about that high blood pressure.
Yes.
Folks be calling in on the lines right here on the Tory Lowe Show with the high blood pressure. Y'all need to go over by G's Clippers and get your blood pressure checked.
Leading cause of death, man.
To try to help yourself out.
Yep, I decided to do that clinic, man, with the help of my good friend Wendy Collins.
So why they in the chair? They check the blood pressure?
No, man, I got an actual clinic, man. You gotta check it out. I got an actual clinic
with the nurse in there.
Or if you want it, I got an RN, a real RN from Freighter. So Freighter and Network Health are my two partners that power G's MKE Wellness Clinic. So it looks just like a regular doctor's office. You got the exam bed,
Wait, like a little paper on the chair.
Got the thing, with the paper on the chair.
I'm finna come in there and get some video footage. You see,
you'll be surprised.
I need to get my blood pressure checked. I'm gonna come in there and do all of. I'm gonna go through all of
man. So every Friday is open every single Friday from 10 to 2. And then we do at least one Saturday a month. And then as the demand, becomes more, then we'll be opening up more days. But Freighter and Network Health are who power the clinic.
Well, look, you know what? We never talked about how social media.
Yeah, no, we gotta keep them.
Okay. Right. We got one more. I'm gonna do one more segment. I want to talk about how social media has impacted what you're doing.
Okay.
I forgot to talk about it. Sometimes, we had to go back, though, because it's 30 years.
Right.
So we had to start from the root and work our way up. So when we come back, we'll get to social media. How has social media impacted
Hair root. I get it.
a black man's business that's been in business for 30 years?
Right.
You was around with the pager.
Right.
Now you got the Now you got the iPhone.
That's what people don't understand, man. When I opened G's Clippers 30 years ago, there wasn't such thing as social media.
You had to.
And didn't even have a cell phone at that time. 30 years ago, we was just getting into the cell phone.
You had the big one, the big gray one.
Right.
Hey, look.
Right.
When we come back, we'll have more discussion. We got G from G's Clipper in the studio. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Life's better with American Family Insurance. Because whether it's a family road trip in your dream car or hosting a family reunion in your dream home, we help you feel protected so you can enjoy those dreams with peace of mind. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Hi, I'm attorney David Gruber. After an accident, you need a trusted winning team on your side. For more than 30 years, Gruber Law Offices has helped Wisconsin families get the results they deserve. If you've been injured, call our firm today for a free consultation. We're available 24/7. Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of your Milwaukee Brewers. One call, that's all.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
There are many times I thought, I can't do this. I mean, what parent isn't worried about? What am I not doing right? What am I not doing enough? And then I realized, wait, that's being a parent.
Don't worry about being perfect. I've had around 3 other mother figures in my life, but only one of them has taught me how a mother loves.
The greatest reward for me is he makes me better every day.
I would tell a family considering adopting a teenager that teenager, whoever it is, needs you, and they need what you have to offer.
Taylor's given me hope. He's our son, and that is what he will always be.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. A message brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Metastatic breast cancer, or stage 4 breast cancer, happens when cancer spreads beyond the breast to other parts of the body. About 168,000 women are living with it today, with Black women at a higher risk due to various factors. Research has led to treatments that help manage the disease and improve quality of life. The Everyday Counts study explores how nutrition and exercise coaching can support women with metastatic breast cancer. To learn more about the Everyday Counts study in Milwaukee, call 414-955-8819 or email edc@mcw.edu. If you or someone you know has stage 4 breast cancer, please encourage them to call and enroll in this valuable study. Again, call 414-955-8819 or email edc@mcw.edu.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snide. Milwaukee Brewers getting a much-needed bounce-back victory over the Braves in Game 2 over at American Family Field. This one by a final score of 4-1.
Smash to center, backing up Michael Harris Jr. Back onto the track, turning, watching it fly. It's up, it's gone! 2-run home run, Jackson Chorio.
With the win, the Brewers improving to 36-32 on the season. Over to the NFL, where the Green Bay Packers are back in action this week at mandatory minicamp. General Manager Brian Gutekunst on why did it take so long to come to the decision to eventually release Jair Alexander?
Yeah, well, I think we wanted to give it as much time as, again, he's a really good player. I think we wanted to give it as much time as we could. You know, I think as he came in, had really good conversations with him on Sunday, and I just kind of felt this was always best.
Packers will wrap up minicamp on Thursday. And lastly, Game 3 of the NBA Finals set to tip off tonight in Indiana. The Oklahoma City Thunder and Pacers tied at 1 game apiece. That tip-off is set for 7:30. The Sports Update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app at 1017thetruth.com.
We already known in the streets, and that's really the
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. We got guests in the studio. We got G from G's Clippers. 30 years in the business. Cutting heads. Community resource. You can pay child support at G's Clippers. You can get medical assistance at G's Clippers. What? Man, I mean, you've been able to take the barbershop idea and do things and show that there are more things to do besides have great conversations at the barbershop.
Man, I'm doing what I feel like a barbershop should be doing. I mean, you know, it's so much out there that we can do to heal the community, man, that we are in, you know, that the shop is in, and that's what I'm doing. And not to, you know, mention Real Men, Real Talk, man. The Real Men, Real Talk has touched so many men. I know for sure that we're doing some amazing work, you know, myself, Quab and I, and like I said, the Milwaukee Father Initiative, WCS, collectively, all of us, man, it's definitely been, you know, Quab and I does an exercise at the beginning of Real Men, Real Talk, and it's all men, right? Mm-hmm. It's very private, very safe space, and you do an exercise.
Sometimes
man.
Talking to men ain't no safe space because we always looking at the ego. Yeah, a lot of ego in the conversation.
But that's what I was about to say. Right. The exercise that Quab and I do in the beginning, man, where he asks everybody, you know, raise your hand if you ever grew up without your father. You know, in your life. Raise your hand if you don't know who your father is. Raise your hand if you ever saw a woman being beat. Raise your hand if the woman being beat was your mom. Raise your hand if you ever, you know, so he do go through this exercise. And he say, raise your hand if you ever used drugs to escape the pain. Raise your hand if you ever, you know, felt that this world would be better off without you in it. Raise your hand if you ever thought about committing suicide. Right. When all them men with them egos is all in that room and they see
and they get real.
Every single person in there raise their hand for one or two of them questions.
They not alone.
They not alone. We all on the same page. That's what a barbershop is all about.
That's
man.
powerful.
Extremely powerful, man.
And I'll say this, you know, we always talk about unity and community and put the neighbor back in the hood and things like that. And it starts with the men. It starts with the men being able to take the leadership, get back into that role, because then a lot of people kind of like, okay, well, we don't need the men. You know, I don't need all of this. But it works in a circle. Everything works. You know, the male, the female, the children, the stability of having two people working on the behalf of the children, the resources that happens when you have both people working well, able to get lessons on how to co-parent. You know what I mean? And the co-parent should be, because we got a 70% or so broken families, single families.
Right.
But if we can really elaborate on the ideal of co-parenting, because sometimes we don't understand what that means. You know, sometimes we're out here and we got, she got my kids and we ain't together, and you know. But when you start educating people that there is a name for how to work together and a strategy to it.
Right.
That's powerful, because that knowledge is power. And even though you may be upset due to whatever, there's still a responsibility there.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. I mean, and it's really unfortunate that, you know, that percentage you just said, 70% of our families in the communities.
Single-parent household.
Single-parent household. And that was just the opposite back in the 80s.
Right.
When we were coming up.
A lot of it is social engineering.
It was just the opposite. But I agree with that too. I agree with that.
A lot of it,
and that's why the barber has a different role. You know, we have to fill that void. For the most part, man, some of these boys that go to these MPS schools, you know, their barber is the only positive male role model.
Or the football coach,
on a regular, or the football coach,
or the basketball coach.
Exactly. So we have a responsibility, man. You know, more than just to help that kid look good, man. So we got to fill that void.
Well, social media.
Social media.
It's now we didn't went through the whole 30 years. We got to get to the social media, technology,
right.
AI.
Technology.
All of this is going on right now. How is this impacting you and what you do?
It's definitely been a blessing. I mean, it definitely keep you on your P's and Q's, because sure as you somebody today, you could be nobody tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so that's why you got to be careful, you know, about how you handle conflict with a client or a customer. You know, because we definitely did with both. You know, I always focus, you know, tell my guys, you know, that we deal with clients at G's, not so much customers because, we sell an experience. But at any rate, we have to make sure, we take care of them because they can easily get on there and ruin you. But thank God we have not had any issues.
If you up there pushing hairlines back, you got somebody came in with their hairline pushed back like George Jefferson.
Listen, even if you did push it back, just make sure you make that wrong right.
With the spray.
Give them some free. With the spray. Or at least a couple free haircuts until they grow back.
Hey.
Or if they can't.
You know they got the hair particles they be spraying on the edges.
You said on the spray.
You know they got the black spray.
Oh my gosh. Man, you got
oh wow,
you got me tearing up.
I'm just saying,
you're killing me.
They got things they can do.
Social media, man, has definitely helped so much because I can remember back in the days, man, when we literally had flyers, right? And when on slow days, we would hit the streets, man, and we would be giving, going at bus stops, man, or the convenience stores, handing out business cards or flyers, putting them in people's on door because we couldn't put it in their mailbox. We got in trouble for putting the flyers in people's mailbox. I didn't know that we couldn't do that.
Yep.
But yeah, man, I can. But nowadays, you could be in the comfort of your own home or your barbershop, man, just making posts. Making posts about, come to G's Clippers, you got, specials or whatever going on. But so it really should be a lot easier for your barbershop.
I seen you with a shoe or something, with the hookah or something.
The what now?
It was a shoe thing that a shoe company that you was on.
Hoka shoe. Yeah, so I run marathons. So I run.
Okay.
I just completed just this past year. I completed my sixth. Of the 6 major marathons, and that was Tokyo. So Hoka have took note the marathon before that, which was London, when I ran London, and I signed a deal. So I got a shoe deal. So
that's what's up,
Hoka, man. So,
hey, we got you and Shakes. Y'all working it because Shakes was in here.
Yeah,
he got his Adidas out here, and you got Hoka's, right?
So Hoka's is the shoe is my shoe I run run for, if you will. Amazing shoe, very comfortable. It ain't no commercial for Hoka, but
what place you coming in? I mean, you trying to come in in the front?
No.
If you win in the front,
heck no, man. I just want to.
They may have to redo the contract.
No, do you know we talk about marathon? We talk about 30 to 50,000.
Do you take off running fast to try to get in the front, or you just start off jogging?
It's not a sprint. It's not a sprint.
But the winner always, you get the big ribbon at the end with the.
Man, the person that win those marathons, man, they do that for a living. They don't even work jobs. I'm
just messing with you. I'm just messing with you because I was trying to put Milwaukee on the map. I was trying to get us, to get on the big stage. You know what I mean?
Well, you know what? I mean, it's not too many. They say only 1% of the world will actually run one marathon.
Because I walk. I don't do the marathon.
You moving. That's key. Just moving, man. I try to encourage everybody, man, to move, keep moving.
Right. And that's healthy too.
Without a doubt.
Now, let everybody know what's happening. Let's run it back. We've been having a lot of conversations. It's been 30 years. I had to work him up. I had to go back to the roots.
That's a long time.
And work my way up on this conversation today. But what is going on? How can people participate?
Well, I'm gonna tell you, man. It's tough. It's really tough to to put 30 years into 3 days.
Right.
So we're starting it off with the with Juneteenth Day Parade. We have a float there in the parade on next week, Thursday morning. Then we have a booth outside on MLK during Juneteenth. G's Clips will be giving out free haircuts until the end of Juneteenth. That I think is over at 4 o'clock. And then on Friday from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. we'll be right outside of G's Clippers. We'll be having a block party from on Garfield from King Drive to that alley. We have a stage set up there, live entertainment, hosted by Quabana. We got a DJ L Boogie will be out there. We got vendors out there. We got free food you can purchase. And then we're wrapping it up on Saturday, 7 p.m. That's the only event that's ticketed. So you can get it would be at the Marriott downtown on Milwaukee Street between Wisconsin Avenue and Michigan. I got my good friend and court DJ founder, DJ Tony Neal, and my good friend DJ Martin will be on the ones and twos, and we got a few other surprises for the attendees. But the tickets are $30. You can only get them on Eventbrite. You can either go to G's Clippers on Instagram or Facebook. We got a QR code there where you can purchase tickets, or you can just do a search on Eventbrite.com and search G's Clippers.
Hey, look, we appreciate the work. A lot of times I tell people, if you can help the resource be a resource for others, you're doing your job. You know, a lot of people don't understand how important it is for everybody to do their little. Because if everybody do a little, ain't nobody got to do a lot. And many times we know what ain't happening, but when you get the brothers that know that they can be a resource or create resources for others, to me, that's the goal. To get our community where it need to be. Mm-hmm. And that's why I appreciate you for coming through, G.
Man, thanks for having me, man.
Because when you come through and you say, okay, I've got these resources for the community, some brother gonna come up in there and get some real help.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. And thank you, man, for the work you do in this city, man.
Hey.
I mean, you always, I'm always seeing you on the news, man. Always seeing you on the pavement. You there when you running to where a lot of people run from, so I really appreciate it.
I need to learn how to travel a little bit more, you know what I mean?
You do. 20 years without a vacation. Hey, come on, man.
Come on now. Man. Without a vacation, man.
You better go in and get on somebody's beach out there, man.
I may need to come in there and
Bradford Beach.
I need to get over there and check my blood pressure at the shop.
Well, you definitely got to do that. You got to do that
They
first.
got the nurse up in there on Friday.
On Friday, 10 to 2. You check your blood pressure first before you leave.
Well, I got people that work in the nursing field. I'm straight,
okay.
but I might just have to come through just to see. I ain't never seen a barbershop with the nurse in there.
No, you got to come through. You got to come through, man.
Yeah. I mean,
it's definitely something to see.
That's
man.
powerful.
It's just something to see, man. And I do it in honor of my father, man, who died at just 62 years old from colon cancer, man. Never got a colonoscopy. So that's why I'm such an advocate, man, for individuals getting their prostate checks. Oh, without a doubt. Because men, for some reason, man, we just get too busy to take care of ourselves. But just not realizing that how can we ever take care of our community and our families if we don't take care of ourselves first?
Yeah, you won't be around long enough to enjoy the fruits of your labor.
Without a doubt.
Well, look, I appreciate you, G.
Man, I appreciate you.
I'm going to have to stop through.
Without a doubt.
I'm going to have to stop through. I'm going to have to, because I like to, eat good. When I'm out at the festivals or at a block party, if I eat good and I got something to drink, I'm straight.
Yes, sir.
And I appreciate you for all that you're doing to try to help the city of Milwaukee.
And right back at you.
All right, brother. Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversations. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on June 17th.
Churio sends it deep to left, and there she goes.
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Chicago Cubs.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Delta Dental of Wisconsin. Tune in June 17th at 7:05 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check out your local listings to watch the game.
It's 1017 The Truth's Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. When it's time to upgrade your windows and doors, wouldn't you like to work with the best? But maybe you're thinking in these volatile times, I don't want to spend a fortune. Well, Pella, the best in the industry, has a product line for every budget, and right now you can get no interest and no payments for up to 2 years. And if the plan is to wait, guess what? You can get it now and wait to start making payments up to 2 years. Pella truly believes that quality windows and doors don't have to be expensive. With a range of affordable options and products assembled in the U.S., you can get the look you want at a price you can afford. And with Pella's free in-home consultation, no obligation quote, and range of available financing, getting new windows and doors from Pella is easier than you think. Certain restrictions apply. Ends June 30th of 2025. Set your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Ready to join the fun? With Girl Scouts Extended Year membership from Girl Scouts,
you can sign up by June 30th and get up to 18 months of adventure through September 30th, 2026.
Girls starting kindergarten or first grade in 2025 will also receive 3 Get Ready with Girl Scouts activity books,
featuring games, crafts, and stories the whole family will love, for free. Plus, you'll even get a special gift from the Girl Scouts. Join today and get ready to grow, explore, and shine with Girl Scouts.
Make your home safer. Get rid of unused household chemicals at MMSD Home Hazmat Drop-Off. It's free to visit a collection center. Get all the info you need at MMSD.com. Milwaukee County residents only, no businesses.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit fighting to save lives, protect our climate, and strengthen our economy through the shift to zero emissions. Visit us at earthjustice.org. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
It's the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, violence is a problem that affects us all. Together, we can make a difference. The award-winning 1017 The Truth wants to ignite positive change and bring awareness to the senseless violence occurring in our community. This is why we're hosting the 3rd annual Truth Walk Against Violence, July 12th, from Victory Over Violence Park down MLK Drive, right to our studio at the 3rd Street Market Hall. Over the next month, I'll be speaking with politicians, community leaders about how we can better provide resources to stop the rise of violence. If you want to join the fight to stop the violence, go to truthwalkagainstviolence.com. That's truthwalkagainstviolence.com right now to sign up for our Walk Against Violence, supported by 1MKE on Saturday, July 12th from 9 a.m. to noon. Hey, look, DJ Brother Z, that Walk Against Violence gonna be powerful. I'm gonna need y'all to get outside, register your family, register your friends, register your church, register your organizations right now. Hey, look, I can't wait. I can't wait to see y'all out on the front lines. We do a lot. We do a lot out here against the violence, but it's good to fellowship and meet the brothers and sisters that do it every day. Get the kids, get the family. You do not want to miss. Go to truthwalkagainstviolence.com. Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversations. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Truth Nation, this is the legendary Homer Blow, hoping you and your family will join me at the 31st annual Homer Blow birthday party for the kids on Saturday, June 28th from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. at the Fitzsimmons Boys and Girls Club at 3400 West North Avenue in Milwaukee. The celebration is for children 2 to 13 years old. Admission is absolutely free. For more information on being a sponsor for this great event, call 414-248-4954 or email the Homer Blow Foundation at gmail.com. And don't forget, we'll have Kool-Aid, the red kind.
Hey, Truth fam, this is your girl, Melanie Ricks, and I want to remind you to tune into Nothing But the Truth digital show with me, Melanie Ricks, presented by Visit Milwaukee. Every Wednesday at 6 p.m., a new episode drops on the 1017 The Truth YouTube page. And since it is on YouTube, I hold nothing back. I give you all my hot takes on celebrity gossip and give you the tea on relationships that you don't want to miss. Subscribe to 1017 The Truth on YouTube so you never miss Nothing But the Truth digital show, dropping every Wednesday at 6 p.m., presented by Visit Milwaukee. Handcrafted, homegrown, world class.
Tired of hearing no from other banks? No to a loan? No to a checking account? Just no? At Brewery Credit Union, they find ways to say yes. Yes to second chances. Yes to rebuilding credit. Yes to helping you save, borrow, and thrive. Work with your credit specialist and move your financial life forward. Brewery Credit Union, Milwaukee's best place to borrow and save. Visit brewerycu.com. That is brewerycu.com. Federally insured by NCUA.
Here's to experiencing it all this summer in Wisconsin. Every deliciously cheesy, rockin', magical, fireworks-filled, festival-loving moment. There's Cheese Curd Fest in Ellsworth, Strawberry Fest in Cedarburg, Festival of the Arts in Stevens Point, and the Renaissance Fair in Bristol, Honor the Earth Powwow in Hayward, Mile of Music in Appleton, Venetian Fest, Bratfest, Summerfest. So many fests for your whole crew. Find them all at TravelWisconsin.com. Sponsored by Travel Wisconsin.
Hey, wouldn't it be great if life came with a remote control? You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind. Like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest. Uh-oh. Or that time you forgot to roll up your windows in the car wash.
Fantastic.
Yeah, a remote control would have come in handy then. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Life doesn't come with a remote control. So you're on your own with the wasps. You have the power to take control of prediabetes. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
You are listening to the home of Milwaukee's realest conversations. 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is your 1017 The Truth News Update.
Hello, everyone. This is Rhea Riley with your news update. A new lawsuit hopes to prohibit billionaire Elon Musk from ever again offering cash payouts to voters in Wisconsin. The suit filed by the Wisconsin Democracy Campaign says that Musk and two groups he funds violated prohibitions on vote, bribery, and unauthorized lotteries. Musk handed out multiple million-dollar checks to voters at rallies in Wisconsin ahead of the April 1st state Supreme Court election. The court previously declined to hear a prior lawsuit filed by Wisconsin Attorney General Josh Kaul, hoping to block Musk from handing out the checks. Now, students will have a seat at the table. Milwaukee Public Schools says it's looking into a 50-year-old policy that would reaffirm for students to have a seat on the school board. MPS School Board President Missy Zombor says the move is aimed at cutting down barriers in participation across the district. If approved, 2 student board members would have a seat at any non-executive MPS school board meeting and be able to input their voice into conversations. Student members would not be able to vote on the board. Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers says if ICE crackdowns expand, Wisconsin's economy will be negatively impacted.
We have tens of thousands of people working in the state of Wisconsin in our farms, milking cows, doing everything possible. And if suddenly those people disappear, you know, the 25.8% in transportation that we're seeing, billions of dollars, all that will disappear. And I don't know who the hell is going to milk the cows.
An estimated 10,000 undocumented immigrant workers perform roughly 70% of the labor on Wisconsin dairy farms. This has been your news update. The Tory Lowe Show continues on the new 1017 The Truth.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth. The most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM. The movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice. We want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 1017 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the third hour of the Tory Lowe Show. And I want to talk about this upcoming June 14th. I guess there's some rallies that's supposed to be scheduled due to the illegal migrant situation in all of these cities where they have illegal migrants. They're organizing these protests, and somebody was like, Tory, they sent me this site called nokings.org. And so I looked at it. I mean, I checked it out. And there is something that I want to say, no matter what you're trying to do, no matter if you for the illegal migrants or not. I just want to say that when you look at this website, they're trying to organize people to have different protests in each city. And when I started to look at the website, the one thing I wanted to see was who was funding this. Because I remember when Black Lives Matter took place, I went to the website, I looked at the mission statement, and I read through the site, to see what it was, and a lot of people saw what it was because they said it on the website. That's why I said this ain't gonna help black people, and people got upset. They went along with it, whatever. But I'll say this No Kings is supposed to be for people to have non-violent protests on the behalf of what's going on with the illegal migrant situation. No matter if you for it or against it. I'm not saying to be for it or against it. What I'm saying is be careful, because if you go on the website and you look at the partners, look at all of the partners that's funding these ideas, these gatherings. Now, these are paid protests. Some of the organizers may be getting paid. And there's a paid element to it that has billionaires to it. I haven't seen the Black Lives Matter logo in there. So you already know what time it is because we already went through that. What I'm saying is that be careful. Be careful, because when you have paid protests, it looked like a lot of people, but you got to look at the 3 tiers. I call it 3 tiers. There's people who legitimately want a resolve to the situation. Those are the people you're going to see up front. Those people, and the paid organizer may be in the back of those people. You may see everybody ain't getting paid, but there's going to be a lot of people getting paid. But there are going to be some families that genuinely believe and are there because they're being affected in some kind of way from the situation. Then you got the second tier, the organizations. You got a lot of people in there from organizations that may have been bussed in, this is how they get down. Then you got this third tier where, and I'm going to just call it like it is, it may be Antifa. It may be some people with the mask on, with their face covered in the back. And they are the ones that are coming, they are the muscle behind a lot of these protests. The money is in. I see the money now. It's a left idea. Let's just get that out there. The money is now being structured like they did Black Lives Matter, but now it's just for illegal migrants. So all of a sudden you got this crowd of people. And in the front with the bullhorn, you may have some brothers, because, we got a bullhorn. Anytime we see a bunch of people gathering together, we going to have some brothers in the front, because we stand on, I tell black people to stand down, but that's just my advice. But, okay, that ain't going to happen. Somebody going to be up there with the bullhorn, some brothers, some sisters, you know what I mean? But what I'm saying is be careful, because when you get involved in things like this, make sure you got attorneys and make sure that you don't do something where you gonna go to jail, and this may be federal. This may be federal. So, because you're dealing with ICE. So if you go out there, know that you better have all your sides covered, because if they get the illegals, they going to put them back on a plane, or they going to put them back in their country. If they get you, you're not going back home. You're going to the jail. And ain't no telling how much time you finna get. So one group of people if they not supposed to be there, they gonna get flown back to where they family at, or where they roots at. Whatever country that is. You gonna get caught, and you gonna get charged with federal crimes, and don't come to me after. I'm telling you now. Stand down. Because I saw this happen in 2020. I had to deal with the aftermath of this. But if you bold enough to jump out there, and I'm not telling you what to do, because you can't tell folks what to do. But know that if you get charged, you seen what happened to the judge. They on the judge for trying to step in the way. So if you get out here and they organize, there's a lot of money behind it. But if you jump out here, you better make sure that they got you some type of attorney or some type of legal assistance. Because those people that's in the back, that Antifa, those people that got the shirts across their face where you can't see their face, somebody gonna throw a brick. Somebody gonna throw something. Y'all, it could be some people there legitimately that really feel that what's happening ain't right. Okay? But it's gonna be some people there. And what they there to do is to do what they gonna do. If you're reading between the lines, DJ Brother Z. They coming with the book bags on and the face tied up. And they ain't gonna do nothing during the day. They not gonna do nothing during the day. We already done seen this play out in 2020. But the same idea is just back for the illegal migrants. And when you got money, when billionaires and all these groups, look at the No Kings website and go to partners. Look at the partners. Look at the money that they finna put into this. It's gonna seem like some of these organizers can walk on water. You know, some of the Black Lives Matter organizers was getting paid, Cash App. They got a lot of money. It's gonna be a lot of money floating around these ideas. War costs money. When people do this type of stuff, war costs money. But what I'm going to try to tell you is, I don't care what side you on. I don't care what side you on. Make sure you protect yourself at all times. I'll say stand down, but at the end of the day, make sure that you understand what you're about to step into. Because this ain't organic. This ain't organic. This is planned. This is strategically planned. And a lot of things going to go on that you may not agree with in these gatherings eventually, or off the top, or it's going to start looking like L.A. How they doing it in L.A. And we seeing the footage from L.A. And somebody aggravated. There was some, I genuinely believe it be people there that don't know. They there for what they believe is right. Just like Black Lives Matter. It was a lot of people that came because they wanted freedom. They believed that something was going to get done. They believed it, you know. And, you know, hindsight is 20/20. But at the time, they believed that something was going to be done. Also, I'll say, if this is about the illegal situation, stay on the south side or stay where the problem is. Because I don't want my community burnt down. Like, I don't want people to start burning down buildings like the Walgreens on Locust and 3rd. Somebody tried to burn down the Walgreens while we was out there. No, we ain't, we need some of these buildings in our community because a lot of the elders need to get their medication and all of that stuff. If it's going to be some kind of protest, keep it where they trying to arrest the people at. I don't want to see no destruction in my neighborhood for that. That's all I'm saying. Keep it where the ICE people come in to arrest the people. I'm not for it. But if it's going to happen, I'm just telling you, sometimes when it's not organic and you can see that it's paid ideas going along, some people then already, when they walked out to lead the march, they already got the marching orders. They already got the marching orders. You may be there out of genuine concern, but there's always going to be some people in these ideas that's there with the marching orders. And you're going to see it. Hopefully you see it before it's too late. But understand, no matter what side you on in this, just be careful. Everybody. Everybody, because you got to know what you're looking at. And I'm trying to tell you what you're looking at. I'm trying to tell you that it's going to be people that's coming to these protests and they whole goal, they whole agenda is to get it started. Y'all heard MC Hammer get it started. That's it's a lot of people that want to be peaceful. Some people believe that peace ain't the way to go. But that's all in the mix. That's all in the mix. Especially when checks has been cashed. Especially when the check has been cashed. Okay? After Black Lives Matter, my office was full of people who had court cases and tickets without no representation. I keep telling y'all this. Don't say I didn't say it. Don't say Tory Lowe didn't get on the air and try to help y'all understand what y'all was looking at so you can understand what you're getting into. We got Winky Blue on the lines. Winky Blue, you're on the new 101.7 The Truth. Tap in.
Big brother, you done hit it on the head, and you gave some great instructions. I think you did this a couple weeks ago.
Right.
You said, listen, stand down. Black folk, this is not your fight. Stay out of it. You right, man. Stand down. I mean, man, you said it. You couldn't nobody say it better than this, man. You done gave us some good instructions on what to do, and I mean, this is for real because the way that it's set up right now is that the people that are pushing back, that are supposed to be good citizens now, the bad citizens, they say we done about got them out of here, the gangbangers and all that. But these people that are running around here doing these things, they're actually going against our government. They're waving their flag real hard in our face. Man, listen, we need to get back out the way, Black America. Let the ICE agents, the federal agents, do what they do and deport these folks so we can, and keep your eyes on the federal auctions so we can buy some of them taco trucks and some of them Bobcats and all of this stuff that's been purchased over here by moving you out the way. Just all you got to do is keep your eyes on Wisconsin federal auction. Wherever you want to travel, you want to travel. Because these people have been here, made a mockery of this country. Now they're basically saying, we finna take y'all as niggas. Get out of here. You see we Mexico. We got the Mexican flag. We got the Venezuelan flag. We got all of these flags, man. I hate to say it. I don't want to talk about them, but they in a bad situation too. Listen, man, you're right. We should stand down, and I'm going to stand down. And I'm going to keep my eyes on the federal auction. I'm going to get me a taco truck.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. You know, in my tenure as an advocate, I know that it's always, when it's political, many times the people lose in the end, many times, because they can be sacrificed in a certain kind of way when it's that much money floating around. And all I'm saying is just go and see the partners and the people that's sponsoring this. And I found this out during Black Lives Matter. You know what I mean? Now I go look for that too. So understand if what you're getting into, if you're going to do it, make sure you be safe and understand the risks involved. That's all I'm saying. Monica, you're on the new 101.7 The Truth. Tap in.
I do not think that black folks should step down. I think that they should join the movement.
Mm-hmm.
Because,
and why?
I mean, well, the white people, that's what they want. I mean, it's a really easy game to turn you guys against each other.
But what I'm saying is the partners, the millionaires that's sponsoring this is not organic. This is something that's backed by a lot of millions and billionaires that's putting this together, kind of like Black Lives Matter. And at the end, we already got an example of what this ends up to be for blacks. So what I'm saying is be careful. Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
Right, but with all that money involved, it pollutes the actual message that we're trying to get across.
Because if you go to the website, look at the people that's putting money up for this. They got them on the website.
I think that really, yes, and it tarnishes everything. I think it's just dirty money, and the movement can't progress. But the fact of the matter is, one oppressed group should not be the oppressors of another.
But it's other ways that we can deal with this. I don't think this is the way.
Well, I know. I don't think that, deporting everyone and then buying up taco trucks is going to help.
Well, that's what a caller said. What I'm saying is,
I heard him.
Be careful, no matter what side you're on, and understand what's at stake. Now, if we can get that understanding one time, you can't tell people what and what not to do, but you can tell them where to look for information so they can make a decision on if they want to get involved in something.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I just love to see those two groups, especially Latinos and African Americans.
Well, let's get together and buy some property. Let's get together and buy some land.
Right.
Let's get together and buy some businesses. Let's do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and don't start that battle between amongst yourselves, and then the whites just sit back with pleasure.
Well,
that's just what they want to see.
Well, the whites are not sitting back; they funding a lot of the chaos.
No, but I know that because they like it, but they want to turn blacks against Latinos.
So
and Latinos
we should all stay at
and
home and then start doing business ideas and economic ideas. Then let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's not let them puppeteer or fund chaos.
Yeah, and that's what's happening.
Because it's organic.
So
if it's organic, we're going to get something out of it. If it's structured with funding from people that, have other alternative agendas, we ain't going to get nothing out of it in the end. Nobody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I have a larger issue with the ICE and the deportations, especially knowing the South Side Milwaukee, how much it's been thriving, and I feel like
it's beautiful on the South Side.
Those how we can all work together, and when they talk about send them out, get them out of here, that's not going to help anybody.
Well, I'll say
we can all coexist.
Standing face to face with ICE agents and all of this stuff, because like I said, some people gonna get sent back home to their country if they illegal, ain't supposed to be here. But if you here and you bump into an ICE agent and you get those charges, you may not never come back to your home for a while. Okay, I'm just saying. You got to understand that before you step into it. Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we got smoke on the lines. We're going to try to get to everybody that's trying to tap into the conversation. 833-212-1017. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Two Wisconsin icons are teaming up on a reworked classic. Cousin Subs and U-Zingers are proud to introduce the all-new fried bologna sub, featuring U-Zingers fried bologna, bacon, American cheese, onions, pickles, mayo, and mustard on fresh-baked Italian bread. And that's not all. Pair your fried bologna with a creamy cupcake shake topped with whipped cream and rainbow sprinkles. Now that's a better combination. Order both in-store, online, or via the mobile app. Cousin Subs. We believe in better.
Why did Old National Bank decide to create this program?
You know, it was something that was near and dear to the heart of our chairman and CEO, Jim Bryant. Jim wanted us to do more in the African-American communities, more with minority-owned businesses. So he approached Roland Shelton, who was my boss in Evansville, Indiana, and said, Roland, we need to do more. We need to create a program that's going to allow individuals, minority-owned businesses, women-owned businesses to access capital a lot better than traditionally we've been doing. And so we created the Empowerment Loan Program 2 years ago.
And for those that are now leaning more into this conversation, what's the best way to get in contact with you as part of their interest in the Empowerment Loan Program?
I'm going to give you my cell phone number to the listeners. It's 414-687-7393. And if that doesn't work, feel free to reach me at my email, tracy.meeks@oldnational.com.
Tracy Meeks, Senior Vice President, Community Lending Market Executive from Old National Bank.
Make your home safer. Get rid of unused household chemicals at MMSD Home Hazmat Drop-Off. It's free to visit a collection center. Get all the info you need at MMSD.com. Milwaukee County residents only, no businesses.
Happy kids heal faster, and that's why Starlight is dedicated to improving the mental well-being of sick kids across the U.S. Learn how at starlight.org.
Hurt by a truck? Call Gruberg offices. One call, that's all.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Yeah. Yeah. Whoa.
Truth Nation, please join us for the 54th annual Juneteenth celebration in Milwaukee on Thursday, June 19th. The Truth will be broadcasting live from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Stop by our broadcast, say hello, get some free Truth swag. Juneteenth in Milwaukee is one of the oldest and biggest Juneteenth celebrations in the country, so don't miss out on your chance to celebrate with us with our live Juneteenth broadcast presented by Hope Christian Schools and Carroll University. 1017 The Truth celebration of Juneteenth is also brought to you by American Family Insurance, Gruber Law Offices, Molson Coors, Educators Credit Union, and Associated Bank. Also, Summerfest is back, and the award-winning 1017 The Truth has got you covered with free tickets. Tune in to The Truth all week long as you will have a chance to enjoy Summerfest on us. We will be giving away 18-pack of tickets to Summerfest every day on The Truth. Yes, you heard it right. An 18-pack of tickets to Summerfest so you, your family, and friends can enjoy Summerfest on us. Just listen for the cue and call each day so you do not miss your chance to go to the biggest party on the lake, courtesy of 1017 The Truth. Summerfest is presented by our founding partner, American Family Insurance. All right, we got some callers on the lines. Hey, we got these upcoming protests for the illegal migration. They want to chime in. G, you're on the new 1017 The Truth. Tap in.
Good afternoon. I just have a question about what I would like for you to mention that website because I would just like to read what you said. All these
the partners,
millionaire donors. What is it called?
It's called NoKings.org.
No King.
NOKINGS.org.
Okay, so I'd like to ask you a question. What is wrong with you're telling. I guess Winky said, and I think you agree.
Yeah, you got to ask Wink
with
what he said.
No, I'm asking. I'm asking you a question. What is wrong with peacefully protesting?
Well, I didn't say nothing was wrong with peacefully protesting.
Because you kind of said something. I'm trying to remember what you said. Basically, I think
get it right now.
Now, when people,
it's recorded. Everything I said is recorded.
Wait. I didn't. I'm just
get your stuff together now, brother.
I'm trying to get understanding, Tory.
Okay.
Listen.
Go right ahead.
So the thing is, what is wrong with peacefully protesting? I think what you were talking about is people breaking the law, like throwing rocks and doing vandalism. That is what people should worry about.
Right.
And I think the overreach that Trump has sending the National Guard and the Marines, I think that's a bit of an overreach. He's already a dictator already. They're allowing him to be a dictator. Instead of letting Los Angeles handle the problem.
I'm talking about my people on the ground.
Let the governor.
I'm saying if you choose to go deal with this, understand.
Just be peaceful.
Understand everything before you go get into it, so you know what to do.
But but what you're talking about people that's probably going to try to break the law.
I'm talking about the people that may end up calling me because they got caught up in something that they didn't know, like what happened in Black Lives Matter in 2020. I have lived experience, and I'm just telling people what to look for. I didn't say nothing about if you wanted to go or not. I'm just giving you a heads up so you can see what's happening and so you can understand how to maneuver if you do get involved.
So the problem that I have with what Trump is doing and all the millionaires that's on his cabinet that nobody wants to talk about. Now, at first, it was about the criminals and people being deported of that nature, which, you can understand people that are doing criminal activity. But going to a Home Depot where somebody's trying to work and trying to do roofing or whatever they're trying to do there at a Home Depot and just arrest and going to schools and things of that nature, that's overreach. First it was the criminals, and then he was saying about sending prisoners in our prisons to other countries as well. So we're involved in this thing, just like
I say America. No, we're not, because these are hearsay ideas. I would love for you to pull up.
No, he said that.
No, hold on.
He said it out of his own mouth.
I would love for you to show legislation that say American citizens would do this.
I'm talking about the legislation. It hasn't come yet, but he made a statement about it.
Okay, so what I'm saying is when you talk, put it in writing, because y'all do a lot of fear mongering and then y'all move the goalposts when it don't happen. So hold on. All I'm saying is, no, we ain't gonna go by what nobody said. I'm gonna say, show me where there's the law.
It hasn't happened yet, Tory, but he made that stupid statement about sending American prisoners to other countries.
But my thing is, I'm talking about the people that's on the ground. You talking about something else.
Peaceful.
Keep it on the ground, because whatever you feel, God bless you. That's how you feel. I'm saying that if you're going to be a part of this kind of stuff, be fully aware what you're about to step into. That's what my conversation is.
Just be peaceful. I understand what you're saying, but just tell people to be peaceful.
Right. And what I'm saying is, and I told you, if you listened to the show or did you call in and heard pieces of what I was saying, I said there's going to be families there that feel that this is not right. I said there's 3 layers to this. And I named all 3 layers. Yeah. And I say it's gonna be some people there that's for chaos when you get crowds together.
That's everywhere. That's when the Bucks win a championship. There's people doing wrong things, man.
At the Black Lives Matter protest. That's what I was specifically talking about. I wasn't talking about the Bucks. I was talking about all of the people that had to come to me after those protests that had huge citations against them.
What did they do, Tory?
They participated in a lot of the stuff that happened at the protest.
Yeah, like what? What did they do? They did something, maybe. I don't know if it's
So what I'm saying is go rewind what I said and then listen, and then you'll get all those.
All I'm saying is be peaceful, Tory.
And that's all
they have a curfew in L.A., and they have to abide by that curfew.
Hey, I ain't going to argue with you. Yeah. You can go out there if you want to. God bless you. I mean, I said what I had to say. If you want to go out there, anybody want to go out there, I ain't saying don't go out there. I said stand down. My advice is to stand down. But if you go out there, know that, you could get cited if something goes down. That's all I'm saying. And most likely, it can. And everybody want to play Trump this and that. I feel this way about Trump. Donald J. Trump did this and that. I'm talking to the regular people that I got to deal with on a day-to-day basis. However you feel about Trump, God bless you. That's your thing. That's what you're trying to do. But the majority of America voted for this. And it is what it is. But at the end of the day, if you're going to participate, don't be delusional. Understand what you're getting yourself into. That's all I was trying to say. Because I can't make nobody do nothing. I ain't here to make nobody do anything. I'm just telling you from what I saw and what I had to deal with. I'm an eyewitness to what was coming out of my mouth, and I saw it. Okay? So whatever you're trying to do. If they paying for chaos, if money come in where it's a group of people in the crowd behind the families, behind the organized groups that get bussed in from this, it's another layer of this where they there to, to set it off. It's what happens. And don't be naive to it. That's all I'm saying. Don't be standing around, hey, I'm here peaceful, and then somebody that threw some rocks over to y'all heads and hit the police. Okay. God bless you. Ain't no argument. I don't care how you feel about it. That's how you feel. But if you go step outside into these arenas, then understand go read the website. I gave you the website. Look at all the money that they putting behind this and look at what's going on in LA. Okay. Just be careful and keep your head on the swivel. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have more conversation. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that a lot of life's firsts are better with help from American Family Insurance. Like your first home expansion or your first big lightning strike. There's a first for everything. Get the right home policy at the right price with the right help from American Family's agents. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat, brought to you by FidelityWealthManagement.com. One United Bank is one of the nation's largest black-owned banks. Kevin Cohey is chairman and CEO, and he spoke to Bloomberg about how One United's embrace of new technology is a big part of how it's able to serve so many people.
The reason the company has grown so fast and we have such a large breadth of customers is because of our technology. That's what's unique about us. Our data aggregation technology is second to none, i.e. our ability to pull together all your financial information no matter where it is, so you can actually literally understand on a real-time basis where you are financially.
One United Bank is investing in AI to help enhance the digital banking experience.
Which, by the way, we've been working on for over a decade, which takes that same information and helps you to make better financial decisions on a real-time basis.
I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snide. Milwaukee Brewers getting a much-needed bounce-back victory over the Braves in Game 2 over at American Family Field. This one by a final score of 4-1.
Smash to center, backing up Michael Harris Jr. Back onto the track, turning, watching it fly. It's up, it's gone! Two-run home run, Jackson Chourio.
With the win, the Brewers improving to 36-32 on the season. Over to the NFL, where the Green Bay Packers are back in action this week at mandatory minicamp. General Manager Brian Gutekunst on why did it take so long to come to the decision to eventually release Jair Alexander.
Yeah, well, I think we wanted to give it as much time as, again, he's a really good player. I think we wanted to give it as much time as we could. I think as he came in, had really good conversations with him on Sunday, and I just kind of felt this was what was best.
Packers will wrap up minicamp on Thursday. And lastly, Game 3 of the NBA Finals set to tip off tonight in Indiana. The Oklahoma City Thunder and Pacers tied at 1 game apiece. That tip-off is set for 7:30. The Sports Update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
I love you, Teddy.
No, I'm not alone, cause I came with the fire. I'm still gonna put it on and match my vibe.
Make sure you check out The Truth this Saturday at 11 a.m. for another episode of More Than a Movement, powered by Planned Parenthood Advocates of Wisconsin. Carrie Noni Juice will be joined by Sarah Noble, principal partner of B Noble Group, and Senator Dora Drake, who represents the 4th Senate District. The three will be exploring the devastating impact of potential Medicaid cuts. Again, that's More Than a Movement, powered by Planned Parenthood Advocates of Wisconsin, this Saturday at 11 a.m. On the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. Joining me on the lines is advocate author Elizabeth Brown. How you doing, Queen?
Salute, King. All is well.
Hey, look, they got some protests coming up, and I was just giving people an idea of what they may be up against if you go out there and participate.
Again, you gave them the truth. The fact of the matter is, until you have witnessed it, you don't understand what you're looking at. None of it is organic. Again, when you have individuals, we were out there in these marches. We understand what paid protesters are, who come and incite the violence. In California, you're seeing them giving out bionic gas masks and shields, that cost $45 to $60. When you seeing those type of things happening, again, Black Lives Matter, you had people out there with electric grills. It was well funded. And this is too. You told them nothing but facts. And again, make sure that you have the knowledge that you need. You can say all day, go out there and be peaceful. Okay. But there's paid people who are there to incite violence, is what we're saying. So know what it is that you're doing and know who you're doing it with. Again, they use your ignorance of not knowing that people are being paid to incite violence and using your ignorance and your energy to make it seem innocent. But in reality, those tickets are real. That tear gas is real, because we've experienced all of this. The fire is real. The bricks automatically showing up in these protests is real. So what we're saying is, if you want to be a part of that, make sure that you understand going in that you have no control over what's going on. So whether you're peaceful or not, you can get caught up in the fugaziness that is real, really real, for those of us who are out here trying to fight the real fight and getting caught up in the cosplay of billionaires. Again, check out who's truly funding this. Just like with Black Lives Matter, we had, George Soros. Now we have one of the Waltons, a billionaire, who's funding these protests And the reality of that is, when you think about the tweet that Trump made when he was telling Walmart to eat the tariffs, that they made billions of dollars and they shouldn't be crying about the tariffs because they made billions of dollars, and they shouldn't be taxing the people because Walmart is saying that they're going to tax the people because of the tariffs, even though they've made billions. So again, you have to know the game, okay? Don't just jump out here, because you're going to be like a dog chasing the car. You're going to get hurt every time.
Hey, look, I'm here to tell you, whatever. I know not to tell nobody what and what not to do. All I can say is keep your head on a swivel. You know what I mean? Because if you see the judge, you see the judge going down. They got the judge for interfering with some of this stuff. And then, you sometimes when they grab you in these protests and if it get out of hand. Now, we want things to be peaceful and there's nothing wrong. Somebody going to call in and say, I led a lot of peaceful protests and I never lost nobody. I never lost nobody. Matter of fact.
And nobody ever got a ticket.
When I see people doing stuff to get people, cause them harm, already we poor, already we struggling. I'm not for this lead people into a space where I never thought that was cool to lead people into spaces where they were even more penalized through ticketing and going to jail when they came out to the protest and they didn't even know if they was going to be able to pay their rent, or if they didn't have everything together. I didn't believe in that. I never believed in that. I never tried to do that. Anytime people got arrested, you didn't see me nowhere because I told people to go home. Because a lot of times people want to fight. They have the right intentions. And I don't want them to have more suffering by being locked up without an attorney to actually pay and fight on their behalf. So many times I was there for the peaceful side, but when it got reckless, I was like, it's time to go.
It's time to go.
Go
Absolutely.
home. And whatever this is, whatever extra this is, let them do that.
Why would you want to fund? Why would you want to fund?
Oh, they got that reason. It's already on the books. The checks already been dispersed. Hey. They got their agendas. Look, like I said, I understand that some people may feel whatever way they feel. And sometimes you can be delusional and not understand your personal safety at risk and never get in a space where you really don't understand all the different ideas that's at play. Because you will be sacrificed in the process.
Hey, how many people do we know that were sacrificed? And I'm talking about young college kids, high schoolers who received those tickets, didn't have, no way to pay it, didn't know the severity of it, because again, like I said, things like this utilize your ignorance. They will use and abuse you because, and they know that your energy is innocent. But when the police get their hands on you, when the tear gas get thrown on you, when they, throwing Molly cocktails, when they're throwing bricks, none of that matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, you play stupid game, you win stupid prizes. And I tell you, like, you really need to evaluate. And like we were talking about yesterday, have some emotional intelligence. Do your background check on what you're standing for. The playbook was played with Black Lives Matter. It wasn't even about Black lives. We seen what that transpired. A lot of people have blemishes on their records now where they can't, they're being denied certain things, or probably still in jail as we speak, due to the fact of what we're trying to tell you guys about these paid protesters who are there to incite violence on purpose. Okay. And then they want to blame, like Tory stated, if it's happening on the South Side, then let it go down on the South Side. Again, during those protests that were supposed to be, quote unquote, for Black Lives Matter, they were blaming Black individuals. And when I tell you that the majority, the mass majority was Caucasian that was in these protests, dressed in all black, face covered, book bags. Again, you have to know what you're looking at.
Hey.
Because you will play the fool and you will get caught up and you'll be in some stuff that you can't get out of.
Hey, look, and that's why I said it got to be organic. I understand when it's organic, and I understand when it's paid. And let me tell you something. You're going to let somebody put a battery in your back and charge you up to lose everything you got, and you ain't going to even get nothing in the end. It ain't going to come out in 20 years. You're going to say, okay, I did this protest, and we had this kind of success for our community. We don't come away with none of that. You end up with tickets. You end up hurting your family when the cause is not really genuine and organic to what you're trying to do to move your community forward. And all I'm saying is you got to be careful of folks that's out here getting them checks, putting that battery in your back, because they will stuff your back with that battery because that check didn't hit the account. Okay? So, hey, you can be out there for the right reasons, but you also can fall into the trap of not really knowing what's going on, and I'm trying to stop that. So if you do go out there, understand what you're looking at, and that's your choice, and God bless you. Hey, look, when we come back, Elizabeth Brown, I want to get your final thoughts on this show today. Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Truth Nation, please join us for the 54th annual Juneteenth celebration in Milwaukee on Thursday, June 19th. The Truth will be broadcasting live from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., so don't miss out on your chance to celebrate with us with our live Juneteenth broadcast presented by Hope Christian Schools and Carroll University. 1017 The Truth celebration of Juneteenth is also brought to you by American Family Insurance, Associated Bank, Gruber Law Offices, Molson Coors, and Educators Credit Union.
I've got to share that I am also a beneficiary of the Old National Bank Empowerment Loan Program. So, Tracy, with that being said, what is the Empowerment Loan Program?
Great. Well, the Empowerment Loan Program is a special purpose loan program that we launched 2 years ago. It has been a success. It was something, again, near and dear to the heart of not only our chairman and CEO, but just our organization as a whole. We work with contractors, consulting firms, retail food operations, daycares. In fact, so far, we've approved $50 million of loans to minority and women-owned businesses within a 2-year period.
And for those that are now leaning more into this conversation, what's the best way to get in contact with you as part of their interest in the Empowerment Loan Program?
I'm going to give you my cell phone number to the listeners. It's 414-687-7393. And if that doesn't work, feel free to reach me at my email, tracy.meeks@oldnational.com.
Tracy Meeks, Senior Vice President, Community Lending Market Executive from Old National Bank.
Need to look sharp for graduation? You need
the $100 hookup.
Want to get decked out for prom? Get the
$100 hookup.
An incredible deal that includes a marvelous suit, shirt, and tie, all for $100. Only at Nick Avani's, home of the
$100 hookup.
And that isn't limited to some standard stock suit. You'll be pleased by the top quality and variety of fashion offered at Nick Avani's. Get hooked up today at Nick Avani's in Mayfair Mall and at nickavanis.com.
Summer in Milwaukee is nonstop. Festivals, live music, and fresh city vibes fill the season you already know. From world-famous cultural celebrations to hidden gem street fairs, every neighborhood is a stage, alive with handcrafted traditions, homegrown talent, and world-class entertainment. Music, flavor, culture, whenever you visit, the Cream City is ready to celebrate. This summer, don't just visit. Make sure you experience Milwaukee, the city of festivals.
Dreaming of owning your first home? Milwaukee Habitat for Humanity can help make it happen. With little to no down payment and average monthly mortgage payments of $950, you can build a brand new home you love without breaking the bank. And you won't do it alone. Habitat provides the coaching, education, and support to guide you every step of the way. Stop renting and invest in a new home you can truly call your own. Visit MilwaukeeHabitat.org to learn more.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, If you're looking for a new school or kindergarten through 8th grades for your child, I have the right place for you. Have you heard of Milwaukee College Prep? For nearly 3 decades, MCP has been removing unfair barriers for children in Milwaukee. At MCP, they support the entire child. They offer pre-K, mental health services, nutritional support, intervention services, and after-school programs, in addition to our character-first approach to learning. And most importantly, your child will receive a high-quality education, as every MCP campus earned a 4-star rating, exceeds expectations on the 2023-24 DPI report cards. Look, set up a time to visit Milwaukee College Prep. Go to visit MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com. That's MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com. Also, Truth Nation, it's party time at Cousin Subs for a limited time only. Cousin's 2-foot party sub is back. Choose from club, ham, and provolone, Italian special, or turkey. Each party sub is just $39.99, feeds 5 to 8 people, and requires 24-hour notice to order. And now you can complete that party deal by adding a bag of party chips and a dozen chocolate chip cookies for just $4.99. Order today in store, online, or on the app. Cousin Subs, we believe in better. Hey, Elizabeth Brown, let me get your final thoughts on the show today.
I mean, powerful. Again, you know, we are in a time right now where we have to make sure that we're looking back to see how far we came, and also the playbooks of the old. We can no longer fall for the same banana in the tailpipe, especially when we have the examples so fresh as what happened during the pandemic and everything else. Right now is because you choose. And the bottom line is, you know, you can continue to get caught up. It's all fun and games until it's not. And like you stated, you know, you can be there with the right intentions. Don't mean it's always going to turn out right. You know, when you're surrounded, when the whole idea is fake, know that what comes along with that, whether your heart is in the right place or not, you can get caught up and ain't no coming back from that. So I would just say, you know, again, do your research, be informed before you jump out there. It's time for us to really reel ourselves in and make sure that we're taking accountability for how we move and what we move on, and stop moving on impulse. Because again, the games that's being played right now is being played on people's ignorance. And right now we're so advanced that nobody really should be ignorant unless they're choosing to be that. And if that's you, you know, again, like you stated, God bless you. May the powers be with you. Damn. But moving forward, more educated. Hey, we gonna stand down.
Hey, look. Well, look, like I said, I gave my take on it, and God bless everybody. No matter what you choose to do, just be careful. That's it.
Real talk.
Hey, it's all love. All right, Queen. Look, we got a lot of work to do as usual. And I appreciate you for being on the front lines as usual, Queen.
Hey, let's get it, King. One love. Happy hump day.
All right, DJ Brother Z.
All right, Queen. All right, 20 love from Waterfall. Green Dog knows me. Go. Let's get it.
Hey, look, I salute to everybody in the chat. Salute to everybody that joined the conversation today. And we got the legendary Homer Blow coming in for Dr. Ken.
Yeah.
Dr. Ken in the afternoon. So Homer Blow will be in studio for Dr. Ken today. Yeah. Look, keep your head on a swivel. Green don't always mean go. And look both ways before you cross the streets. I love you. Homer Blow filling in for Dr. Ken. Up next.